Make the commitment. Lay it all on the line. Let's go work.
Bottled up, you know. No, he's breaking two tackles. He's got some green grass.
I just call him junior and senior. Tucker's the senior. Hasselman's the junior.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Lakeland Laker football on LaGwanamedia.com. This is Jerry Hostetler along with Keith Thompson. Tonight we're coming to you from Laker Field in LaGrange, where Coach Ryan O'Shea's 1-3 Lakeland Lakers will go to battle with fellow NECC opponent Angola. The Angola Hornets are led by veteran head coach Andy Thomas, who brings his team into tonight's contest undefeated with wins over DeKalb and West Noble. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following organizations and businesses. Lakeland Title Company on South Detroit Street in LaGrange. The staff at Lakeland Title has a combined 85 years of experience as title and escrow closing agents. By LaGrange Church of God, putting light in dark places, located on North Detroit Street in LaGrange. By Grog Martin Auctioneers and Realty, they sell earth and everything on it. By Intera Credit Union, their branch in LaGrange is opening soon. Also by Lakeland Realty. When you're ready to sell your home, call broker Trent Curtis at 260-350-4477. Also by Ripcord Media Production. They are storytellers, and they want to tell your story. By Coldwell Banker, the real estate group. Noel Frost Broker. Call Noel at 260-585-4112. And our platinum and halftime sponsor is Superior Rigging and Erecting. See owners and former Laker alums and athletes Scott Harshberger and Jared Weimer for your next building project. They love serving their community and always hold a special place in their hearts for Lakeland athletics. And our individual sponsor is Melissa Bateman. We'll be back with more from Lakeland High School as we get set for the Lakers and the Hornets doing battle here on the Laker gridiron. Back in 60 seconds.
Always shining brighter into others. Here at LaGrange First Church of God, we always try to put light into dark places by loving and caring for one another. We all have experienced hurts, habits, or hang-ups, but we serve an almighty God who cares for us and loves us. And He can do immeasurably more than we could ever ask or imagine. If you're interested in connecting with us, check out our app, our website, or find us on Facebook. We hope to see you Sunday.
You have a story to tell. It may be your product, it might be your business, or it may be the biggest day of your entire life. You have a story to tell, and we want to help you tell that story. Ripcord Media Production.
And we're back at Lakeland High School. They're having senior recognition night here at Lakeland, and they'll be honoring all the senior football players, right, Coach?
That's correct, and cheerleaders too, I believe.
Right. So they're lining him up on the field right now. It's a nice, cool, brisk, good football weather evening here in LaGrange for this football game tonight. Glad you could join us. So how many seniors do we have this year?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it looks. I thought at first they were all lined up, but I think that's the entire team.
I count 8.
8 of them. All right. The Lakers are coming off a loss last week at Garrett by a score of 39-18, and Angola, as I mentioned in the intro, are coming off a win against West Noble 41-0, and they defeated DeKalb in their first game 55-18. So I'm going to check and see if we can maybe join in on this introduction of the seniors and senior night here. Dan, do we have a way to do that or not? Yeah. Not really. I could probably just put my headphone out here, maybe, or could try that. That way the people that are watching could see it. So we're going to go ahead and try that.
Next is senior Eileen Sosa. Eileen is the daughter of Selena Gonzalez and Juan Sosa. Her favorite memory from cheer is, during practices last year we worked so hard to hit stunts we've never done before, and on game days after we hit them, it was the best feeling. Her plans after high school include to go to college and study to be an interior designer. Her best advice for younger cheerleaders is, make new friends on the team, enjoy your time or it will go by fast and you'll miss the feeling of cheering your heart out. But most importantly, have fun. Senior Eileen Sosa. Our final cheerleader is Elena Gross. Elena is the daughter of Lori and Scott Gross. Her favorite memory from cheer is spending time with my fellow cheerleaders and creating memories when we work together as a team. Her plans after high school include, I want to go to college and become an interior designer and one day have my own business. Her best advice for younger cheerleaders is, push yourself to your limit, don't be scared to try again, it won't happen the first time around, and don't let your fears control you. Senior, Alita Trucks. And finally, we will finish up with our football seniors. Our first football senior player is Bryce Elshouse. Bryce is the son of Mark and Janet Elshouse. His favorite football memory is beating Prairie Heights all 4 years to take that milk can. His plans after high school include becoming an auto mechanic. His best advice for younger players is practice how you play. Senior, Bryce Elshouse. Our next senior is Braden Bontrager. Braden is the son of Delmer and Summer Bontrager. His favorite football memory is being able to experience Friday night lights. His plans after high school include to attend college and play basketball and major in sports management. His best advice for younger players is give it your all at all times because you never know when it's coming to an end. Senior, Braden Bontrager. Our next senior is Miguel Delpaz. Miguel is the son of Kenya and Adelpo Delpaz. His favorite football memory is jamming out before every game with the boys. His plans after high school include to attend trade school for construction. His best advice for younger players is live every day like it's your last and never give up even in hard times. Also, don't do anything I wouldn't do. Senior, Miguel Delpaz. Next is Jared Fry. he's made throughout his 4 years. His plans after high school include get a commercial applicator's license and continue working in the ag industry. His best advice for younger players is give 100% effort all the time. Senior, Jared Fry. Our next senior is Josh Golden. Josh is the son of James and Mary Golden. His favorite football memory is Freshman Fight Club. His plans after high school include to go to school for HVAC training. His best advice for younger players is push yourself to be better in everything you do. Senior, Josh Golden. Next is Colton Isaacs. Colton is the son of Mike and Mindy Isaacs. His favorite football memory is Dave Priestley's game of speeches. His plans after high school include going to college at PFW for generic studies. His best advice for young players is don't ever give up on anything. You start it, you finish it. Senior, Colton Isaacs. Our next senior is Kyle McBride. Kyle's the son of Lisa and Gary McBride. His favorite football memory is when Cam kissed the milk can after winning against Prairie Heights. His plans after high school include attending college at either Ball State or Indiana University Fort Wayne. His best advice for younger players is if you make a mistake, make it with 100% effort. Senior, Kyle McBride. And our final senior tonight is Marcus Randall. Marcus is the son of Mark Randall and Trisha Norton. His favorite football memory is team camp at Manchester University. His plans after high school include attending college for a degree in HVAC. His best advice for younger players is don't take these years for granted as they go by fast. Senior, Marcus Randall. All right, Laker Nation, let's do it up for our 2020 senior fall cheerleaders, cross-country runners, and football players.
Okay, that concludes the ceremony for the seniors tonight on Senior Recognition Night here at Lakeland High School. And we have football just around the corner. It'll be Lakeland hosting the Angola Hornets, and we'll be back right after this 60-second timeout.
Grog Martin Auctioneers and Realty is a full-service auction and real estate company serving northern Indiana and Michigan. We offer our clients years of combined experience, honesty, and trust, which gives you results.
At 1600, I am 15 now, but I'm on the game. But it gets 16. I'm going to get 25, now 30, now 30, now 25, 30, now 30, now 30, now 30, now 30, now 30, get down 25, 25, 25, 85, 25, 85, 25, 85.
Grog Martin Auctioneers and Realty. We sell the earth and everything on it.
Shine LaGrange. What started here at the LaGrange First Church of God has basically become a community movement, and we've tagged in multiple organizations within LaGrange County with a unified mission to lift up local businesses and to serve this community.
Jerry Hosteller with Keith Thompson back with you at Lakeland High School. We're getting set for football action tonight. Lakeland meets Angola in their fourth game of the year. The Lakers were defeated in their first game 42-0 by Wawasee, and then were defeated on the road at Busco 43-0. They defeated Prairie Heights back on September 4th 27-13, and then went on the road last week and lost down at Garrett 39-18. And when we look at this game tonight, Coach, Angola, it looks like the last time that the Lakers defeated Angola was back in 2013. You remember that game?
No.
Well, it was a shutout.
Well, we won conference that year. We had a very good
it was a good year
defense.
for Lakeland.
We had a couple years there where we were probably the better team after 2013, and we just not for like 3 years in a row. We played the worst game you could possibly play. When Andy first came to Angola, he was trying to get that program turned around, and we went over there and helped him along. We just did not play well against them. And then a couple years ago, they were really, really good, and we played really well against them. He's a very, very, very good football coach, and the Lakers' opponent tonight are going to be very disciplined and a very well-coached football team.
They have scored quite a few points in their first two games, 55 in the first two games, 55 in the first game and 41 in the second game. And when I saw those scores, I thought they must be a complete offense, passing and running. But most of their yardage this year is coming on the ground in the rushing game, including their quarterback.
Well, their quarterback's their main weapon. They're going to run the option. They'll run the midline. They'll run the triple. They'll run the jet sweep. And then when you don't have eye discipline from your safeties and your outside linebackers coming up on the option on the pitch, then they're going to throw it over your head. So their quarterback, Tucker Hasselman, is a very, very, very good athlete. Doesn't necessarily have a great arm, but if you don't keep him contained on the triple or the midline for that matter, he's off to the races. So they're going to have to find a way. They're going to have to be disciplined and do their job. Everyone's assigned to a player in the option, and the Lakers are going to have to focus on their key and not get tied up to what's going on in the backfield.
Okay, Lakeland coming off a loss down at Garrett last week, but they did put 18 points on the scoreboard. Malivon had a long run, I think 67 yards, something like that. But Bontrager had a lot of receptions last week. But both of them are unavailable tonight.
Yeah, both of them are on the shelf tonight. They're not playing, so they're going to have to find some other people to run the ball. I know Bryce Allshouse is going to run the ball, and Marabees will run the ball, and probably Colton might carry the ball a little more, and they're going to have to find a receiver probably. I know Shifley will catch the ball and will make some plays. They're going to have to get some plays in the passing game from Burlew and Marshall.
Right. Cole Shifley, or rather Colton
Isaacs,
yeah, will be the quarterback, of course, tonight. In fact, why don't we just take a look at the starting lineups first of all for the visiting team, the Angola Hornets. And we'll try to get some of these in before the national anthem here. On offense, they'll go at wide receiver with Jackson Nafziger. Tim McAmer will be a right tackle. Coy Brames will be a right guard. Zach Story will be at center. Ashton Campagna will be at left guard. Dylan Oberlin, left tackle. Their quarterback, as Coach mentioned, Tucker Hasselman. Finley Hasselman will be at running back. Tucker, a senior, and his brother Finley is a running back. Lincoln Schreiber will be at second running back, along with Andre Tagliaferri. And rounding out the offensive lineup for Angola will be Gage King at wide receiver. Defensively, they'll go with number 7, Jake Land at defensive tackle. Number 44, Dawson Goro, defensive tackle. Brandon Villafuerte will be at the nose guard. Number 76, Cassius Lacey, an outside linebacker. Number 45. Giovanni Tagliaferri will be another outside linebacker. Jack Archibald, inside linebacker. Kyle Brandt, inside linebacker. Garrett Sauter, a cornerback. Frank Luna, another cornerback. Tyler Call will be at one of the safeties, and Zach Buell will be at the other safety for the Angola Hornets. So that rounds out the lineup for the Hornets. Now for the Lakeland Lakers. Starting at left tackle tonight offensively will be Josh Golden. Marcus Randall will be at left guard, 5'8", 210 senior. Jensen Miller will be center, 5'11", 255-pound junior. Miguel De La Paz, who was honored here in their senior ceremony, 5'10", 300-pound senior. Jaron Fry, another senior, 6'4", 270-pound senior, will be at right tackle. Wide receiver position tonight, Cole Shifley, 5'10", 145-pound junior. Colton Isaacs will be under center, 5'11", 185-pound senior. Colton has rushed for 13 times for 65 yards and 3 touchdowns so far coming into tonight's ball game. Passing, he's 12 of 35 for 139 yards, 2 interceptions. Owen Troyer will start at the other wide receiver. He'll take Braden Bontrager's place, who Coach mentioned is injured tonight. Tight end tonight will be Brock Meravies, number 26. Brock, a 5'11", 205-pound junior. Bryce Alshouse will be a running back. He'll be replacing Malivon. Another wide receiver will be Cole Shifley, wearing number 6. Shifley will be at wide receiver, as I mentioned. Mark Burlew, number 7, will be at another wide receiver. Defense, the Lakers will line up at defensive end with Miguel De La Paz. Leo Munoz will be at the nose tackle. Jaron Fry, defensive end. Bryce Alshouse, inside linebacker. Carlos Espino, inside linebacker. Outside linebackers will be Evan Clark and Mark Burlew. The cornerbacks tonight for Lakeland will be Dion Marshall and Owen Troyer. Safety will be Colton Isaacs and Cole Shifley. So we're just about set for football here at Lakeland High School. Can't believe it, Coach, but the season's already winding down here.
You can feel it in the air.
Yeah, of course, Angola got a late start, so they were only 2 games in. But, yeah, it feels like later in the season weather tonight. In fact, I think they're even predicting maybe a frost before the night's over. So it's a little early for that.
Now it's time for a bonfire and chili.
That's right. Sounds good to me.
I think that's what we're having at my house tomorrow night.
Oh, I'll be over. What time?
We'll see.
All right, we're going to take another break here. We'll be back with more from Lakeland High School as we get set for kickoff right after this 2-minute timeout.
Hi, I'm Trent Curtis, Managing Broker at Lakeland Realty in LaGrange. These are just a few of the homes and businesses that I have for sale or have recently sold. If you're thinking of selling, you couldn't have picked a better time. Inventory continues to be low and home prices are at all-time highs. Call me for a free market analysis and I can help you decide if the time is right for you. Should you decide to sell, you can count on me to expertly market your home and guide you through the home selling process. Call or text me at 260-350-4477 or visit my website at trentcurtis.com.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
Shine LaGrange. What started here at the LaGrange First Church of God has basically become a community movement, and we've tagged in multiple organizations within LaGrange County with a unified mission to lift up local businesses and to serve this community.
And we're back at Lakeland High School. Good to have you along tonight. Jerry Hostetler with Keith Thompson here. Nice sunny night in LaGrange, but a real fall feeling to the weather here tonight. Nice and crisp, good football weather.
It's a perfect night for football.
I was mentioning earlier that Malivon had rushed for 67 yards or something on a TD run last week. Actually, I'll correct that. I did have it written down. 42-yard run, touchdown run last week, but he was injured in that game along with Braden Bontrager. So they won't be in action tonight, so that's going to be tough for the Lakers. But they did compile 356 total yards last week offensively against the Garrett Railroaders. 208 of those came passing and 148 rushing yards last week.
Yeah, the Lakers, I thought, made some plays in the passing game last week that were some really nice plays. I thought Colton got better at finding the open man. What he's got to fix is that he had a couple interceptions, hit the open linebacker, which tonight that's going to be a big thing. This is Angola's a good football team. Their defense, I think, has 9 turnovers in 2 games, if I remember correctly. So they're very good at taking care of the ball or taking the ball from you. So the Lakers going to have to make sure they take care of the ball.
Right. Well, Angola comes in averaging 48 points per game offensively and has only given up 9 points per game so far in their first 2 games. Lakeland, its offensive average is just 11.3 points per game, and their defensive average 34.3 points per game. So the Lakers will try to pull the upset here at home tonight on senior night against the Angola Hornets. Both teams on the sidelines getting ready to take the field for tonight's football game. Coach, you mentioned you had a shout out, maybe something, maybe I misunderstood you.
No, Kate Knowsley, number 61 from a couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Referees out on the field we haven't gotten an indication on who's going to be receiving the kickoff at this point. So we'll see how that is, but we're going to pause now for our national anthem.
I wanted to do a shout out to Caden Knowsley. As most of you know, was in a horrible accident out in Colorado last week. Caden played left tackle for us 2 years ago. A great kid, great parents, and Russ and Shay. I thought we were on commercial, and you were.
Oh.
I'm still new at this broadcasting thing, but Caden's a fighter, and I want him to know, if he's listening, that the Laker family's with him, and we're praying for him.
Definitely. They'll call the captains out, I believe, here. Referees are shouting over to the sidelines here. We're getting set for football action tonight here at Lakeland High School. We'll be broadcasting one more game this year on the Lakeland schedule, and that'll be the next home game, which will be West Noble on October 2nd. So if you don't make it out here for the game, make sure you join us right here on LaGwanamedia.com.
My good friend Monty Mayorder bringing the Chargers to LaGrange.
All right.
Much better than walking up that silly hill.
Yeah, that's right. They're up there on the hill.
No, I hate that.
That's a long walk, isn't it?
Well, when Coach Bowser retired, they took him up there on a golf cart. They always joked they were going to take me up on a golf cart, but at that point in time, I hadn't decided I was going to hang the whistle up, and
so it didn't happen.
So they still owe me a golf cart ride at West Noble, as far as I'm concerned.
I believe so. Jared Fry has it teed up, and he'll be kicking off to the Angola Hornets. And back to receive for the Hornets. Catch those up here. Looks like number 3, and that's the Tagliaferri.
Number 3 and number 5.
And Zach Buell back to receive it, and it's Tagliaferri. He'll get it up close to the 40-yard line, crosses the 40 before he's finally driven out of bounds, right around the 45-yard line. So a good return for Angola, and they'll start offensively on the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Tagliaferri's their tailback, and he's got some skills.
Giovanni is also on the team, and I believe they're brothers.
They're brothers. He plays Angola completely 2 platoons, so they have people that only play offense and defense, which in this conference is a major advantage because no one else is capable of doing that.
That's true. Hasselman hands off. Good defense by the Lakers as they crash in.
That was Miggy De La Paz.
Miggy gets the tackle. The first play from scrimmage. So there'll be no gain on the play for the Angola Hornets. Hasselman back in the shotgun, lone setback, and he
midline.
Keeps it this time.
Yep.
And he's hit once again. No gain on the play.
That was the midline.
Lakers smelled it out, took care of business. 3rd down and 10 now for Angola. Split out wide right for the Hornets. Number 4 Buell, Tyler Call. Fake on a hand. Well, no, he did hand it off. 26, and that's Hasselman. He gets first down yardage and more, all the way down to about the 30-yard line in Lakeland territory.
Yeah, outside linebacker on that side didn't get his keep his leverage.
Finley Hasselman took the pitch from his brother and took it for the long gain. Ball's marked on the 31-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Hornets.
My guess is right. It's going to be a midline. Yes, it is.
Hasselman once again hands it off to Hasselman, and he gains about 5 yards on the play.
On the midline, the quarterback's reading the first defender outside A gap. And if that defender turns his shoulders to him, he'll pull the ball and go through B gap.
Interesting. Pass goes right side, and it's caught there by the wide receiver, and that is Tyler Call, and he gets another first down for Angola as he takes it down inside the 20-yard line. They'll mark it right around the 19.
Shifley and Isaacs ran on that tackle.
Beautiful Friday evening in LaGrange, even though it is cool.
There's another midline. Quarterback pulls it.
Hasselman on the keeper.
They were there.
Breaking tackles, and he's going to take it all the way down into the end zone for a touchdown as he weaved his way through the Lakeland defense and puts Angola on the board here with 9:35 to go in the first quarter.
They had 2 men there for the tackle, and they got to bring him down.
He's a big guy. Hasselman's 6'1", 200 pounds. And he takes it in to pay dirt and puts Angola on the board here.
The problem with the midline is there's no one assigned to the quarterback specifically on that. But the safety has to come up through that C gap and make that tackle.
And the extra point is up and good by Villafuerte. So 9:35 to go in the first quarter. Angola on the board 7-0 with the lead over Lakeland. We'll be back with the Angola kickoff right after this.
Night to Shine is a prom for those with special needs 14 and older, sponsored by the Tim Tebow Foundation and held worldwide on the same night every February. LaGrange First Church of God is honored to be a host church for this amazing event, celebrating 5 years this coming February. We would like to thank the businesses who give so generously every year to make this night possible. We truly could not do it without your support. We also want to thank the hundreds of volunteers who served that evening. Be sure and check out our Facebook page at Night to Shine LaGrange, Indiana on how you can get involved and help be the light.
And we're back at Lakeland High School. As the Angola Hornets, 7 points on the board here early in the first quarter. And as they get set to kick off to Lakeland, see what the Lakers can do on offense.
One of the advantages of being two platoon is that your offensive players just practice the majority time on offense, so they get all kinds of reps and really get good at what they do. And the defensive players do the same thing, where every other team in the NECC, half your practice is offense and half your practice is defense.
Right, and of course you get a breather.
Yeah.
You don't have to stay on the field for to play defense.
Well, one of the big things is, besides getting a breather, is that you can bring the whole team over onto the bench like you see on TV
right.
in the NFL,
yeah.
And you can talk to your kids and make adjustments. When most of your kids are playing both ways, it's very hard to make adjustments until halftime because
you don't have
they're
time.
out on the field.
Yeah, exactly. Good point.
Yeah, it makes it difficult. You can tell one offensive lineman, well, let's block it this way, and then he forgets to tell his partner who's on defense, and then one blocks one blocks one way, one blocks the other, and then you have a disaster. And
right. So there was a penalty on the play. Angola, I think, was offside. Do you know, Coach? I didn't see the signal.
That would be my guess.
Yeah, that's my guess. So
I was too busy
we'll go
talking
with that. So once again, I'll try it. Short kickoff, picked up there. Burlew with the run back, and he takes it over the 30-yard line before he's brought down there by a host of Angola Hornets. So we'll see what the Lakers can do in their first offensive possession of the evening. Colton Isaacs brings his offense out.
Angola does start two safeties on defense, which kind of makes me cringe, but but I'm sure they're coached up well.
In motion was Marabi's. Handoff goes to the big guy, Alshouse.
Nice run by Alshouse there, about 8-9 yards.
Yeah, he takes it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Bryce isn't going to run away from anybody, but he'll hunt you down and hit you.
He's a big kid. Bryce, 5'9" and 190 pounds, and he was honored earlier tonight, being a senior here at Lakeland High School.
He was a 4-year player for Lakeland.
Snap is taken by Isaac on the keeper, and he's going to be brought down for a loss.
Good. I think we may have lost the ball here,
Looked like Fry might have landed on it. So loss on the play, back to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, we didn't get a hat on number 44 there to defensive tackle Dawson Gorell, and he messed that play up.
So the Lakers with a 3rd and 4 now. Isaacs takes the snap. He'll go right side. The pass is complete to Deion Marshall. Has some running room. Gets it over midfield down to the, must have stepped out right around the 44-yard line.
It's a nice throw, nice catch, and you always like those yards after the reception. The corner there made a mortal sin. You cannot, the corner is the whitest guy in the field and cannot let any offensive man outside of him because there's no one else out there.
Right.
And he let Marshall out, and Marshall gained another 10 yards.
Little breakdown, and Lakeland took advantage of it. Alshouse again with the carry. Takes it up close to the 40-yard line before he's brought down. Give him a gain of about 3 on the play, so it'll bring up 2nd and along 7 for the Lakeland Lakers.
Well, I've had several coaches tell me that this Angola defense is really, really, really good. And at the moment, the Lakers look like looking pretty good here.
Moving the ball pretty well.
Knock on wood here.
Yeah, got plenty of it up here. All's house, lone setback. And it goes to All's house, gets a good block, and he gets it over the 40 down to around the 36-yard line before he's brought down there.
Getting some movement up front. The Angola's built for speed. They have 76, Bellaforte, who also throws. He's a 50-foot shot putter.
Wow.
He's a big, strong kid. All the other guys aren't real big, but they're built for speed. So maybe the Lakers' size on the offensive line is giving them a little bit of problem.
There is a lot of size there. Shifley takes a snap on the keeper.
There's 44 again.
And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it all the way down to the 30-yard line. And the ball came out, but the referee whistled it dead, so Lakeland will retain possession.
Colton's got to get that ball clamped down. 44, it's pretty quick. His problem is he's penetrating too far, and he's not as good as athlete as Colton is, so he missed him. He's got to penetrate past the butt of the offensive lineman and then find the ball.
Two receivers split wide left, one right.
Oh,
wide open! And we've got
That's a hitch
Marshall,
and go.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Lakeland.
Hitch and go.
Wide open.
They hit that hitch to Marshall a couple plays ago, and that.
Boy, that was nice. Marshall was wide open, took it down to pay dirt, and the Lakers have a chance to tie now, unless they go for two here.
Yeah, they're gonna go for one.
They're going for with the kick.
Yeah, they got the swinging gate. I hate this play.
Shift back in. I didn't think you liked that very well, Coach. So Jaron Fry will kick it, and it's going to be good. And we're tied up with 6:13 to go in the first quarter. It's Lakeland 7 and Angola 7. We'll be back with a Lakeland kickoff right after this timeout.
Never miss a big game by downloading the IHSAA TV app for free on any device. For your iPhone or Apple TV, check the App Store. On your Android or Android TV device, load up the Google Play Store. Have a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick? We have the app for you. Check us out on Facebook Live, Twitter, or YouTube Live by searching for IHSAA TV. Or as always, click to IHSAATV.org for quick and easy access to your favorite IHSAA live and archived events.
Okay. Lakeland Title Company, 208 South Detroit Street in LaGrange, is your full-service title and escrow closing agent, serving Northeast Indiana. Their staff has a combined 85 years of experience in the title and escrow closing business, and they are a TRID, know before you owe, qualified. Lakeland Title is a proud supporter of area high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of Lakeland Laker football. For all your title and escrow closing needs, contact Lakeland Title Company at 260-463-5044 or stop by their office on South Detroit Street in LaGrange. So the Lakers tie it up on what was that, about a 34-yard pass play? 30, what were they, 30?
So 30-yard hitch and go. I'm sure that corner, when he went over to the other sideline, probably was not welcomed by the defensive backs coach. I don't know if they were in cover 2 or cover 4, but
yeah, probably
I'm
wasn't
sure
a
they were not very
experience.
happy.
Angola grabs it at the 40-yard line. I think that was a free ball on that kickoff. So Angola has it at their own 40-yard line. They'll mark it around the 39. And that's where Angola will go with its second possession on offense. They marched it down the field against Lakeland in their first possession early in the first quarter. We'll see what happens this time. Hasselman hands it off to his brother. Up the middle, not much of a gain, if any, on that play.
Assuming that was the midline again.
So to bring up second down, we'll call it 10 for Angola.
That's a quick pitch.
Hasselman, he'll go to Finley.
Nice
Hasselman.
job by Clark.
Tries to turn the corner. Gets a little bit of yardage as he gets it up to around the 45-yard line before he's forced out of bounds there.
Evan Clark did a nice job initially keeping outside leverage.
They'll mark it
Need
down.
a little more help from the cavalry. Sorry.
No, that's all right. 44-yard line is where it's marked. 3rd and 5 for Angola. Hasselman on the keeper. And he's going to make first down yardage and more. It looked like they had him stopped before midfield, but he broke through, took it all the way up to the 46-yard line in Laker territory.
Yeah, that was the midline again. You run the midline when you have a quarterback that wants to run the ball.
Hasselman definitely likes that.
It's a great play. We've run the midline pretty well here for several years.
Hasselman.
There's a speed option.
Bad pitch to 26, the setback, Finley Hasselman. What a gain on the play.
Gotta be disappointing. You get the ball on the ground and they
still make a gain out of it.
4 yards.
Yeah. 2nd down and 6 for Angola.
There's the line. Quarterback pulled.
And he's going to be brought down for a gain of maybe a yard, if that.
Carlos Espino on the tackle, I believe.
Good defense by Lakeland. See if they can hold them here with 3rd and 5.
I guess this is the 2-down
territory
for Angola.
Hasselman back to pass. He'll go left side and overthrown.
Well, maybe not. Maybe he'll punt here.
Intended for Jackson Nafziger.
So they're going to run a play.
Yep, 4th down and 5 yards. And they will indeed go for it here. Laker fans shouting out to their Laker defense.
They stopped him.
Good. Good stop by the Lakers.
They hit him initially. Let's see. Well, they're giving it the turnover.
They got him down.
Turnover on downs. Good job, Lakers.
Pulled him down at the 39-yard line, about a yard and a half short of the first down, so the Lakers take over there.
That's a nice job by Evan Clark, keeping his outside leverage, and then the inside linebackers filled from the inside. It's always nice when things work the way they're drawn up.
That's right. Owen Troyer split out wide right. The handoff goes to Alshouse, and it might have been Moravies. Let's see who gets up there. No, that's Alshouse. This time he doesn't gain any on the play. He's 2nd and 10.
Tackled by 24, Giovanni Tagliaferri.
3:50 to go in the opening quarter. All tied up 7 apiece. Lakeland breaks out of their huddle. Splitting wide left is Mark Berlew. Wide right is Cole Shifley. And keeper goes left side on Colton Isaacs. Gain of about a yard on the play.
Angola played the cutback really well that time. Good disciplined teams always have a cutback player to take that. The long runs are come on cutbacks, and if you get out of your pursuit lane and you don't have a cutback player, then you're going to have some long runs on you. Angola played that well.
Gain of 1, so it'll be 3rd down and 9 now for the Lakers. Isaacs takes the snap, looks to pass, and it's through the hands and intercepted. Nope, it's going to be it's on the ground, so it'll be incomplete, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 9 now for the Lakers, and they'll be forced to punt it away. So both teams are shut down in their second possession on offense tonight. So we wind down on the first quarter of play here, 2:52 to go. Tied up 7-7. Jared Fry will be punting from around the 30, bobbles it, and he's going to be brought down at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, we did not get a pad on number 24.
Boy, they got right in there on Jaron. He didn't have time to.
It was a bad snap, so
yeah,
bad timing for a bad snap. And 24, there was a blocking miscommunication there.
So excellent field position is given to Angola here as he'll start from the Lakeland 29-yard line. First and 10 for Angola. 2:45 to go in the first quarter.
Those are the kinds of things the Lakers can't afford to have playing a team of this caliber.
Yep, costly mistakes will come back to haunt you with a team like Angola. Hasselman drops
slant
back and looked like that pass was intended for number 34 out there.
Gage King.
Yep.
Gage King. I remember him from last year. It was not a good memory. He made some plays against us last year.
Second and 10. Hasselman takes the
midline
handoff, or gives a handoff.
And they're not wrapping up.
He breaks through would-be tacklers all the way down to the touchdown. Finley Hasselman runs it in for the second touchdown of the night for the Angola Hornets.
These backs run hard. You got to wrap them up, and then the cavalry has to come, and can't be standing around waiting for someone else to make a play.
Hasselman a little bit smaller than his brother, but he's 5'10", 193 pounds, and he ran right through those Lakeland defenders. So Fiarte is out for the extra point. Kick is up, and it splits the uprights. They give Angola the lead 14-7 now over Lakeland, and we'll be back with the Angola kickoff right after this 1-minute timeout.
You have a story to tell. It may be your product, it might be your business, or it may be the biggest day of your entire life. Have a story to tell, and we want to help you tell that story. Ripcord Media Production.
Yeah, that's good one. And we're back at Lakeland High School. Angola scoring their second touchdown of the evening to take the lead over Lakeland, 14-7. 2:33 to go in the first quarter.
Well, at the moment, I say every time Angola throws the ball, Coach O'Shea's got to be happy.
Yeah, I would think so. So I tell you, they've got the running game.
They do have a running game.
That, including the quarterback.
The teams that run the option well are really difficult to defend. Players have to read their keys and have eye discipline.
Kick is grabbed there by Berlew, and he takes it up to the 36-yard line before he's brought down.
It's a nice little return, tackled by 24, but he seems to be all over the place.
He is, Giovanni Tagliaferri. Also in there was number 11 for Angola, and that is Andrew Saggers. So the Lakers are back on offense now. Let's see if they can bounce back after the turnover. Isaacs takes a snap, looks left side, hits the open receiver. Is that Shifley?
That's Shifley. Shifley.
So to be a gain of 7 on the play, bring up a second down and 3 for Lakeland.
I think Shifley's going to grow up and be an insurance salesman.
a shifty insurance deal.
Shifty. Well, he's got good hands, so.
There you go.
That was a nice pitch and catch there.
It was. Dion Marshall split near sidelines. Split left side as Mark Burlew, along with Shifley. Handoff goes straight up the middle to Alshouse. As he
moves
barrels
the pile.
his way. Yes, he does.
He moved the pile, got the first down.
Yeah, he should have it. It's going to be very close if he doesn't have it.
Yeah, they must have lake houses on Lake James.
Well, they're going to measure it. That's got to be close enough for a measurement, at least.
Either that or they got promised Tom's Donuts after the game. I don't know how that was not a first down, but there we go.
Yep, we got it. 46-yard line. Just a little shy of the 46, but
maybe we offered them Foltz's, and Foltz's is better than
Tom's Donuts.
Old Tom, terrific.
Yeah, I would think so. I would take Foltz's over Tom's. But
would you?
I like them both. I don't think I've seen a donut that I haven't liked yet.
I don't know if I ever met a donut I didn't like.
Yeah, exactly. Handoff goes Alshouse, right side, takes it inside the 45-yard line.
44 and 24 came to play tonight.
Yes, they did. They're all in on the tackles.
Dawson Garrell, 44.
Not much of a gain, if any, on the play, so it'll be, we'll call it 2nd down and 10. Inside a minute to go now in the first quarter. Second and 10. Isaacs has his team down. Barks out the signals. Takes his low snap this time. Looked like he was going to run it. Gives it to Shifley. Shifley gets it up to close to midfield. Now we got a flag on the sidelines.
Out of bounds. It's 15-yarder.
So Shifley, we were blocked a little bit, but he must have gotten hit after he was out of bounds.
Yeah,
Coach.
there was someone that I thought threw a shoulder there, and he must have been out of bounds.
So that'll be enough for first down yardage after the penalties marked off, I would think. Shifley had taken it up to midfield, so.
They waved it off.
Wow.
I'm not sure I ever saw that. I've seen that before, especially in front of a
home
bench.
Crowd and in front of the Lakeland bench, yeah. Coach O'Shea is having a little bit of a discussion down there, and it's not about fish, I don't think.
I'm assuming what the call was is they threw the shoulder to the head, and then they decided it was not to the head, so it wasn't out of bounds. We can't see the out of bounds because the Lakers players are in the way.
Now a trio of officials are discussing it to make sure they made the right call. Now they're going to call it a personal foul. Blow to the head.
There we go.
So they got him straightened out. The referee.
I was a head coach for 15 years, and I don't know if I ever convinced the referee.
That's pretty good. Now I know why Lakeland hired O'Shea.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Some hidden talents there. First and 10 for the Lakers as they'll be on the Angola 35 now. Handoff goes to Alshouse. He'll take it up just over the line of scrimmage. A little bit of a gain on the play. Well, in fact, they'll give him about 2 yards.
Heck, if I would argue that play, they'd have thrown a 15-yarder on me. We went 15 yards the other way.
That'll probably, will be the last play of this quarter. So don't have very far to move that football. And we're at the end of one here at Lakeland High School on our score. Angola 14 and Lakeland 7. We'll be back with second quarter action right after this 60-second timeout. Burrup May Funeral Home in LaGrange serves its surrounding area with dignified and personal funeral services. Fur May provides pre-planning, traditional funeral services, traditional cremations, and simple cremations, as well as monument sales. Call to discuss your needs with knowledgeable funeral director Lowell or Brian May, licensed funeral directors who will help you honor the cherished memory of your departed loved one. Call 260-463-3131 or visit their website at FurmayFuneralHome.com. 14-7, Lakeland with the football. Good field position.
I will give this officiating crew kudos on that, picking up the flag and changing the play, and it looked like they made the right call. A lot of officials won't change that play. They won't change their call. So that's a sign of a good crew to talk about things amongst themselves and admit a mistake.
You got to admire that, definitely. Handoff goes to Allshouse. Looked like he lost his footing in the backfield, but still was able to gain some yardage on the play, about a yard. So it'll be third down and about a little over 7 for the Lakers.
And a trap block by Marcus Randall on that play. Another 4-year player for the Lakers. Number 59.
Another senior.
Shout out to the Laker girls soccer teams playing in the conference championship tomorrow at Prairie Heights against Angola.
Congratulations.
They've won 3 conference titles in a row. So looking for the four-peat.
Impressive. Pat is in the air and in and out of the hands. Intended for Marabies. Couldn't pull it in.
Nice break in the ball by Zach Buell.
Marabies got hit pretty hard in the ribs there, it looks like.
He's reaching up to catch it.
You're right.
Yeah, that's one of those sophomore safeties. Good play.
4th down and 7. The Lakers are in 4-down territory, definitely. And back onto the field is Colton Isaacs. Now he's coming back to his coach.
There have been a lot of Buells that played football for Angola, and they all seem to be pretty good.
Very common name, and all good athletes. So it's going to, Lakeland will be forced to call on a timeout here as the clock was running down, the play clock. So they'll come over and talk things over with their head coach. And we'll take a quick break here. 30-second timeout. We'll be back with more from Lakeland High School right after this.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
And we're back at Lakeland High School. Coach, what do you think? What do you think we're going to see here from the Lakers on this 4th down and 7 situation?
Yeah, 4th down. They've had some success on the hitch. Maybe they'll try another hitch and go.
Yeah, they've been very successful with that.
It's 14-7. Lakers got to be pleased at the score at the moment, I would think.
I would think so. Yeah, good ball game so far. Lakeland back out in Angola after the timeout. We're ready to go here. Big 4th down situation for the Lakers on the Angola 32-yard line. Snap is taken. Looking left side.
Slant, they got it. First down.
Good catch there by Berlew. And a first down, yardage down to the 20-yard line. Good pass. Inside. I'm sorry, Coach. 18-yard
ran a slant there and ran a wheel behind it, and it's a nice pass and a nice catch there.
Good execution on the Lakeland offense on that 4th down play. Go ahead.
You mentioned that last time we beat Angola was 2013. I now remember that game. Takes a while.
Well, I would think you would, because it's not like it happens every year or every other year.
Well, there for a while we were beating them pretty regularly.
Yeah.
That year they ran the option, and we had 2 stud defensive ends that they had no idea what to to handle. They were hitting the quarterback at the mesh point, and Evan Garrettson and Wyatt Petty, and just two studs. And Morgan Moore, who's the defensive coordinator down here, was our middle linebacker on that.
Wow.
On that team. So that was
fun year.
Yeah, it was a fun year. It's a good group of kids.
Lakeland 2nd and 11 now, and a loss on that last play. Takes it. Passes complete to Berlew again. Evades a couple of tackles and gets it down inside the 10-yard line. The ball's loose, and now they're going to whistle it dead.
Shifley got the ball.
Okay.
The Angola corners are not going to have a good halftime, I have a feeling.
Probably not.
Yeah.
There's some weakness there, and Lakeland's taken advantage of it so far. Inside the 10-yard line now, they'll mark it down just inside just short of the 9-yard line. First, and the Lakers have a chance to get a first down, so it's about, 1 yard to go for the first down?
Yeah, sneak it.
Yep, quarterback sneak as Isaacs gets good yardage on the play, down inside the 5-yard line. So good blocking again by the front line of Lakeland.
I'm glad to see O'Shea throwing hitches. It's an easy pitch and catch, and And if a quarter misses, you're off to the races.
And you've got some speed in those receivers, so if they have some open field,
ability.
That's right. Once again, under center. Handoff goes to Allshouse, and he'll take it in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Lakeland, on the 4-yard run by Bryce Allshouse. Lakers a chance to tie with the PAT.
The Angola sideline looks a little quiet. Fans aren't very excited.
No, I think they might be a little stunned.
Yeah. I have a feeling halftime's not going to be real pleasant in the Angola.
Maybe we should go down there and try to get an interview with the coach at halftime. That'd be interesting. Fry hits the extra point, and we're all tied up at 14 at Lakeland High School. 8:44 to go in the half. We'll be back with more exciting Lakeland Laker football right after this 1-minute timeout.
Hi, I'm Trent Curtis, managing broker at Lakeland Realty in LaGrange. These are just a few of the homes and businesses that I have for sale or have recently sold. If you're thinking of selling, you couldn't have picked a better time. Inventory continues to be low and home prices are at all-time highs. Call me for a free market analysis and I can help you decide if the time is right for you. Should you decide to sell, you can count on me to expertly market your home and guide you through the home selling process. Call or text me at 260-350-4477 or visit my website at trentcurtis.com.
Superior Rigging and Erecting in LaGrange is a proud sponsor of Lakeland High School athletics. Lakeland grads and former Laker athletes Jared Weimer and Scott Harshberger love serving their community and always hold a special place in our hearts for Laker athletics. See Jared and Scott at Superior Rigging and Erecting just west of LaGrange on US Highway 20, or call them at 260-336-3225. Lakers kick it off. Tagliaferri goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. And since it did go out of bounds, it'll
get the ball 35.
Yep, they'll take it all the way out to the 35-yard line, and that's where the Angola Hornets will start on offense here. Great ball game, Coach.
Yeah, Lakers came to play.
Yes, they did.
I was a little concerned after that second touchdown. I saw some heads hanging, and I kind of thought this game was going to go south, but they've fought their way back in it.
They did. Yeah, and pretty much a quick hitter in that early in the game on their first touchdown, but it didn't seem to bother the Lakers. Keeper, left side, gain of about 3 or 4 on the play. It's going to be second. We'll call it a gain of 3, 2nd and 7 for Angola.
Last year they ran the jet sweep, and it just killed us. They really haven't run that. They faked it there.
Once
Quarterback
again,
kept it.
Hasselman in the shotgun. One setback is his brother, and that is Finley Hasselman.
Fumbled the ball.
And recovered by Tucker Hasselman, the quarterback. So it'll be a loss on the play, a loss of a couple of yards back to the 36-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd and 9 now for Angola. See if the Lakers can get a stop here. In motion is Tagliaferri.
Just as I said.
Jet sweep, and boy, oh boy, broke a bunch of tackles, but still didn't get the first down yardage.
Let's see what he does here.
4th down and
now they
4.
got a punt.
And they're bringing their punting unit out. So on the 4th and 4, it just, and I haven't done football for quite a while, Coach. Do you see fakes?
This is a great place to fake.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I asked, because, you got them lined up. The punter's way back at the 25-yard line.
He's got to punt it.
And he's going to punt it away. Low punt, end over end. Goes down inside the 20-yard line. It's going to be down there around the 18-yard line, and that's where the Lakers will take it offensively. First and 10 for the Lakers, 6:48 to go in the first half.
See if they can get a score before halftime and really make the Angola locker room exciting.
Yeah, I think maybe we'll send you down there, Coach, and see what Andy Thomas has to say.
Well, Andy's not a guy of a lot of words, but I have a feeling that if you get on his bad side,
it might not be very pleasant.
He's not a big talker.
Isaacs takes this snap on the keeper, goes forward, falls down about after a 3-yard gain, close to the 22-yard line. That'll bring up a 2nd, and we'll call it 6.
I'm not sure if that was the plan or just because of the bad snap. He did the smart thing and just took it up and get what you get.
Looks like he had to be a little creative there.
Yeah, but it was a nice first down play.
Allshouse, and is that Marabi's in the backfield?
Yes.
Allshouse takes the handoff, and he takes it up to, it's going to be short of the 30, more like the 27-yard line before he's brought down there. About a yard short of first down yardage, so we'll call it 3rd and 1 for the Lakers. Clock counting down, 5:45 to go in the first half.
The Laker offensive line's getting a push here, doing a nice job.
Burlew comes near sideline. Shifley split wide right. 2 in the backfield. Handoff again to Allshouse.
That was a nice
good
cut.
Yardage, and he gets it down to first down yardage and more as he crosses the 30-yard line. Down to close to the 32-yard line before he's brought down there. 1st and 10, Lakeland.
That was a nice cut by Bryce there. Probably got him first down on that. Yeah, the offensive line, Jaron Fry, Miggy De La Paz. You have Marcus Randall, Jensen Miller, and Josh Golden.
1st and 10, Lakers. 5:08 to go in the first half. Isaacs takes a snap. He'll go right side. Look like Owen Troyer.
That was Owen Troyer.
Looking upfield.
Got to catch the ball.
Yeah, he knows. He's whacking his head a little bit.
Yeah, I always like it when fans yell, "Catch the ball." It's like the kid didn't know. He doesn't know he's supposed to catch the ball.
Well, nobody told me I was supposed to catch it.
Something useful like watch the ball into your hands. See the seams.
That's right.
Or the seams up and down. That's what we used to watch the seams.
Yep. Burlew split wide left. Shifley, and now the long pass intended for Burlew. Just a little bit overthrown. So it falls incomplete at the 40-yard line in Angola territory. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 10.
Angola did a nice job. They got a hand on him, but slowed him a step down. If number 25 wouldn't have got his hands on him, then that probably was a touchdown.
3rd and 10. Isaacs brings into play from his coach. And a big 3rd down situation here for the Lakers. Boy, would they love to see that end zone before the half is over. Now we're going to have a timeout called here. We'll take one also. We'll be back right after this 1-minute timeout.
Always shining brighter into others. Here at LaGrange First Church of God, we always try to put light into dark places by loving and caring for one another. We all have experienced hurts, habits, or hang-ups, but we serve an almighty God who cares for us and loves us. And He can do immeasurably more than we could ever ask or imagine. If you're interested in connecting with us, check out our app, our website, or find us on Facebook. We hope to see you Sunday.
LaGrange. What started here at the LaGrange First Church of God has basically become a community movement, and we've tagged in multiple organizations within LaGrange County with a unified mission to lift up local businesses and to serve this community.
And we're ready to resume action after the timeout. Lakeland faced with a big 3rd and 10 situation here.
Ooh, I called the I was going to say
pass over the side, and it's intercepted. Down to the 5-yard line before he's brought down there on the interception. I believe that was Zach Buell.
Yeah.
The name, that family name that's been coming out of Angola for a long time.
That was actually the play I thought he was going to run. We got a flag. That must have been on Lakeland. Must have been on Lakeland. Yeah, I was holding on Lakeland.
So that won't nullify the play.
Mr. Buell learned from that the last time he threw that and completed it. He sat in the window and Colton didn't see him.
So an interception, and now Angola threatening to score here late in the first half. Hasselman has his team set. He'll move Call over. Fake on a handoff, or no, he handed it off to Tagliaferri, and he's going to take it into the end zone.
Usually when they move a blocking back, they're running to that side.
And that's what they did.
Yeah, that's one of those things that football players with a lot of experience pick that up and watch a lot of film.
So the first touchdown of the evening for Tagliaferri, Andre. 20-14 now is our score. And Fuarte out for the extra point. Snap is handed. Kick is up and good on the PAT. 21-14 is our score. 4:41 to go in the first half. We'll be back with more Laker football right after this 1-minute timeout.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Hi, I'm Trent Curtis, managing broker at Lakeland Realty in LaGrange. These are just a few of the homes and businesses that I have for sale or have recently sold. If you're thinking of selling, you couldn't have picked a better time. Inventory continues to be low and home prices are at all-time highs. Call me for a free market analysis and I can help you decide if the time is right for you. Should you decide to sell, you can count on me to expertly market your home and guide you through the home selling process. Call or text me at 260-350-4477 or visit my website at trentcurtis.com.
4:41 to go in the first half. Angola has just taken a 21-14 lead on the run by Andre Tagliaferri and the extra point by Fuarte, who just kicks it off. And it's through the hands of Berlew all the way back to the goal line. Now he'll try to bring it back out. He's up to the 10 before he's hit by
a sea of
yes, a sea of
white
and purple and yellow. Hornets. He was surrounded by Hornets.
Sometimes when you muff the kick, it actually throws off the pursuit angles, and you get some big returns. But that obviously wasn't the case there. So it'll be interesting here to see how the Lakers respond. Always important to respond to a score.
They're deep in their own territory down at the 11-yard line. So 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. All South, deep set back along with Marabies. Back the throw over the middle. Pass intended for Shifley over his head. Incomplete. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for Lakeland.
Angola's made an adjustment to the hitch there. That's what he was going to throw. And it was covered. He pulled it down to find his number 2 read.
And we're seeing the adjustment the Laker offense has made tonight without Malivon in the lineup. We're seeing a lot more passing attempts. Allshouse has been doing a fine job out of the backfield as far as that goes, but he doesn't have the speed that Malivon does.
No, he doesn't, but he's making
big
some
guy
nice cuts here.
Good gain. Knocks the helmet off of one of the defenders.
Now he's all excited.
He is. He's fired
all
up.
excited.
Allshouse takes it all the way out to the 25-yard line. It'll be first down yardage and more for Lakeland. Good run by the big guy.
He's a guard in a running back number.
Yeah. But, it seemed like the two, when Malivon's healthy and Allshouse, would be a very good complement in your backfield. Fullback with Allshouse and Malivon, the halfback.
And I think that was a plan that O'Shea had at the beginning of the year, and then Bryce was hurt the first game, and kind of.
Oh, that's right. He was out
I think
that Wallace game. Yeah. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that, but yeah.
So he might just be getting back to health.
He looks pretty healthy tonight. Had a good ground game.
It's senior night. He's growing a mullet. He's happy.
So you see all these things that are going on during the school day, right? Allshouse, he's hit at the line of scrimmage this time.
A lot of these athletes actually are on virtual learning at the moment, so I don't see that.
Yeah,
I don't see them, but which is a shame because a lot of these kids, boys and girls athletes are kids I just love to have them in class, and
sure,
and but they're all virtual because if they have someone in class who gets quarantined, the whole class gets quarantined.
Yeah, that's right.
And so
different times.
So they went virtual, so they could play football.
Can't blame them there. 3rd and 8 now for the Lakers. Another big 3rd down situation. Allshouse is coming to the sidelines, and Coach O'Shea calls timeout. He wants to talk things over. 2:50 to go in the first half. 21-14, Angola leading Lakeland. We'll be back right after this 1-minute timeout.
Never miss a big game by downloading the IHSAA TV app for free on any device. For your iPhone or Apple TV, check the App Store. On your Android or Android TV device, load up the Google Play Store. Have a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick? We have the app for you. Check us out on Facebook Live, Twitter, or YouTube Live by searching for IHSAA TV. Or as always, click to IHSAATV.org for quick and easy access to your favorite IHSAA live and archived events.
Back at Lakeland High School, back to action here. Pass over the middle intended for, that was number 9, Dion Marshall, and he's hit as soon as he touched the football. And we had a flag on the play as I think it was one of those hits on a defenseless receiver. Do they have that in high school, Coach?
They do, and I thought that looked like a
pretty good hit.
Pretty good hit to me. I'm a little old school on some of this.
Yeah, it looks like
that's what they're calling.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, so
there must have been some taunting,
yes.
Is my guess.
Trash talking or something? Or
yeah. I thought the hit looked good, but there's some past couple years I've seen some awful good hits that got called for 15 yards that in the old days was just a good hit.
Right. So it'll be a 1st and 10 for Lakeland, and they'll bring it all the way up to the 42-yard line. Laker territory. Colton Isaacs, 2 in the backfield again. The deep setback is Alshouse. Now Moravies comes right up next to him. Pass will go to Shifley, left side. He's looking for some running room. Can't find much there. So he's brought down right around the 43-yard line.
That 15-yarder is just, those are the things that just drive coaches nuts. You score, the team starts hanging their head a little bit, and then we go into halftime, and then you let them out.
Right.
You know, those undisciplined things, which, you know, Andy Thomas is big on discipline.
Well, this would be huge if Lakeland could take advantage and get it to Pater here. 2:05 to go. Low snap again. This time it's a keeper.
Yep. Nice cutback play again. That
Isaacs.
backside.
Yep. He's brought down right at the 45-yard line. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 7, long 7. Timeout is called.
Angola's going to try to get the ball back, see if they can get some points.
Yeah, it looks like it. They called the timeout. Minute 54 to go in this first half of play. 21-14, Angola has taken the lead here in the second quarter. Good football game. Back and forth scoring early. Angola took advantage of interception, wasn't it, Coach? Took it all the way down all the way down to around the inside the 10-yard line, and they were able to run it in from there.
Actually, 2 of Angola's scores, or the other score came off of the bad snap on the punt.
That's true. Yeah.
So they got the ball in a short field there, and they went and scored, and then scored because of the interception. So,
well, like you said earlier, you make mistakes against a good team, and they're going 9 times out of 10 they're going to take advantage of it. It's going to backfire on you.
So there's 14 points that we handed to them.
Right. 3rd and 7. Isaacs barks out the signals, takes the snap, looks left, now goes right, wide open. Good pass again, this time to Marshall.
It's the Marshall.
Marshall's brought down around the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Lakers as they continue to march downfield.
I was trying to figure out what Angola's doing coverage-wise. They have 3 defenders on our side of the field, and they're leaving that slant up. See, now they're covering it there.
On the keeper, tries to sweep it off the right side. Finding some running room there. Gain of about 3 yards on the play. Takes it down right around the 20 or 35-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 36. So that's going to make it 2nd and 7.
So I think what Angola is doing is they're leaving the one receiver side, basically the one receiver side, the corner's man-to-man, and they have no one to stop that slant. And the Lakers saw that. And
also gets the handoff, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage, or actually loses a couple of yards on the play.
So kudos to the Lakeland staff, and the eyes in the sky saw that, and that's where that last pass play come from.
Made the adjustment. And 3rd down and 10 now for Lakeland on the loss. 25 seconds to go in this quarter. Lakeland's out of timeouts, I think, aren't they, in this half?
I believe so.
Pass over the middle is going to be short, skipped into the hands of Marshall, intended for Deion Marshall. Clock stops on the incompletion, so it'll be time for a couple more plays maybe. It's 4th and 10. Lakeland will definitely go for it here. .9 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, you obviously have to get a first down here. So probably throw something towards the sideline, get out of bounds. Oh, I guess the clock will stop with
low snap again.
Move the chains.
Back to pass. Going to be into the end zone or close to it.
Oh!
And it's grabbed at the 5-yard line. And it takes it all the way into the end zone. Was it Marshall?
I think it was Marshall.
Marshall went up in the air, grabbed that pass, and he takes it in. What a play by the Lakeland Lakers.
There were 3 Angola players back there. 2 of them watched it, and the 3rd one jumped too early.
Yeah, he threw it into coverage.
It was 3 on 1, and Marshall just plucked it out of the sky.
He came out of the mass of white jerseys down there, purple helmets, and snared it and took it into the end zone. Good pass play by the good throw, too. Kick is up and good on the PAT, and we're tied up. At the end of this first half, there's still 6.9 seconds to go, but Lakeland with that long touchdown pass from Colton Isaacs to Deion Marshall.
Yeah, at the beginning of the broadcast, I told you having 2 sophomores in the secondary may not be a good thing.
That's right. So, yeah, that's going to give a little even more food for fodder for Andy to be talking about.
I think Angola's watching a lot. They're watching the game, and it's not going well for them. So I have a feeling things are going to be pointed out to them.
I would think so. Players probably won't be looking forward to getting into the locker room down there at halftime. So the Lakers will kick off. Jaron Fry out on the field. He'll tee it up at the 40-yard line, and the Lakers with a touchdown here late in the first half to tie it up 21-21 over Angola.
This ball definitely will be put where no one can return it. Definitely don't want to give up a touchdown in the last.
It's a little squib kick, and it is recovered at the 48-yard line for Angola. So what, do you think they'll throw it or just take a knee at this point?
I have a feeling Andy's just going to take it. He'll probably just run a midline or something and go into half. So the Lakers have Lakers answered the call, and they're making plays, and
they are.
And obviously they got to be very happy with themselves because the odds in Vegas weren't looking in the Lakers' favor.
They certainly weren't.
And I think Angola players probably read those odds.
That's probably true. 21-21. Unbelievable. Hasselman goes back.
Oh, he is going to try.
And he's going to go long. Trying to, look at him. It's going to be offensive.
That's offensive pass interference.
Definitely. He was pulling on Owen Troyer's jersey there. Owen was trying to some good coverage on the defense there. And it'll be, should be offensive. Yeah, it is offensive pass interference, and that'll do it for the half. 21-21 as we've reached halftime here. The Angola and Lakeland teams are tied up here at halftime in this NECC conference matchup. We'll be back with our halftime show right after this timeout.
Let's go work!
bottled up, you know. No, he's breaking some tackles. He's got some green
Night to Shine is a prom for those with special needs 14 and older, sponsored by the Tim Tebow Foundation and held worldwide on the same night every February. LaGrange First Church of God is honored to be a host church for this amazing event, celebrating 5 years this coming February. We would like to thank the businesses who give so generously every year to make this night possible. We truly could not do it without your support. We also want to thank the hundreds of volunteers who served that evening. Be sure and check out our Facebook page at Night to Shine LaGrange, Indiana on how you can get involved and help be the light.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Welcome back to Lakeland High School, where we have a surprising score. Lakeland has tied the Angola Hornets 21-21 at halftime with a spectacular last-minute touchdown by a throw from Colton Isaacs to, my mind is going blank here, to Dion Marshall. So the Lakers have tied, which was not expected by most pundits, but I don't think Coach O'Shea and the Lakers care what the pundits think. They have looked very good in the half so far, tying an Angola team who is supposed to be the best team in the conference. So it'll be interesting to see if how the Lakers come out at halftime. I'm sure they're going to be all fired up and see if they can get a quality win against a really good team. On the other hand, I'm sure the Angola Hornets are I'm sure Andy Thomas is getting their attention in the locker room at the moment. If you can't hear them through the walls, they'll probably come out and play a little more inspired, although I can tell you it's really hard to get a team to change a team's trajectory at halftime. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So one thing to look for would be that Angola plays completely two platoons. So all of their players either play offense or defense. And so an advantage there is that obviously they get the rest, while the Lakers, the majority of the Lakers, play both ways. So fatigue could be an issue in the second half. Another advantage from platooning is that, at halftime right now in the Angola locker room, the defensive coaches are just talking to the defensive players and the offensive coaches are just talking to the offensive players. That's a big difference as opposed to what's happening in the Laker locker room, where you have to cut the time in half and spend half on offense and half on defense. So that'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments Angola makes at halftime. And Lakers, I don't know if they need to make any adjustments. They just need to keep playing, making big plays. And the two big mistakes, Jerry, in the first half, the drop punt or the bad snap, which led to an Angola touchdown.
Right.
And the interception. Otherwise, the Lakers could be up in this game, 21-7
that's
theoretically.
true.
Who knows? So it's always interesting to see how 16, 17, and 18-year-olds react when they come out of a game like this. The Lakers obviously are very excited, and the Hornets probably not so much.
Well, and what I've been impressed with, Coach, is the Lakeland bouncing back after some, adversity. I guess you'd say on the interception and then on the bad snap on the punt, that they didn't bother them at all. They came back and played really well.
I think it's always interesting to watch how kids respond to adversity, and we always talk about the next play. You can't do anything about the play before that. You got to reload. Coach Michael, my defensive coordinator for years, always would talk to the kids about reloading, go to the next play. Angola had some opportunities there where they could have taken advantage of I thought, after the bad snap and the touchdown, I saw some heads hanging on the Lakers as they came to the sideline. And then Angola didn't take advantage of that. And those, if they would have scored again, then, momentum goes on Angola's side, and it might be a different story. But got to give the credit to the Lakers and their coaching staff, Coach O'Shea. They've kept these kids in the game, and they've taken advantage of what Angola's given them.
I tell you, on the way over to the school, while you were talking there, all the coaches were gathered, the Angola coaches were gathered outside the locker room having a discussion of what was going to happen. So it'll be interesting to see, how especially their secondary, I guess, responds in the second half.
Yeah, Angola's secondary has not had a great night. They made some mistakes there, and be interesting to see how they respond. One difficult thing that a lot of people who have never coached football, or never coached high school, college, or pro football, where it's very difficult to see things on the field during the game. You have 22 players on a very large field, and you have to have really good coaches on the press box who can focus on doing their job and not watching the game and watching the ball, and can tell the people on the field what is going on, because a lot of times on the field you can't see. It's not like basketball where you have 10 guys and a smaller field area, and you can see what's going on, and you can make those adjustments. In football, you have to rely on. That's why they have the headsets and those sorts of things. And really good coaching staffs have really good guys on top of the press box, and those are hard to come by.
Yeah, I bet so too.
Those are hard to come by. So it'll be interesting to see. You talked about the coaches gathered there. So what a lot of coaching staffs do is they gather outside the locker room and talk about what they saw, so they can make adjustments at halftime.
Yeah, it was hard for me to just keep going. I wanted to just kind of listen to see what, just for the interest of it, I guess. But yeah, so anyway, it should be an interesting second half. Look, you had mentioned earlier that Angola has two sets. They have a defense and an offense, and they're different people. How is that going to affect Lakeland? in that second half? Are they going to be a little bit more fatigued?
Well, I mentioned that before you returned. I think fatigue could possibly be an issue. The other thing is that from a physiological standpoint, adrenaline only lasts in your body for about 45 minutes. So if you watch a lot of football games where you have the underdog plays with the opponent for about a quarter and a half,
right?
And then the wheels fall off. Which I thought we may have had there when Angola went up 21-14.
Right.
Adrenaline runs out of the body, and you hit a low.
Sure.
It's just the way physics or physiology works.
Sure.
And the Lakers withstood that, and so now they have time to go back in, get some hydration and get a little rest, and come back and be interesting to see if they can match the high that they've been playing with. In the first half. That's why you don't want teams to get too high or too low.
Sure.
You want to get that even keel. There's that magic level of play where you get kids to play at where they're alert and they make plays and they're not too excited.
Sure.
And then on the other hand, you don't want them down here because they're not going to make plays and they're
you don't want them draining their adrenaline too much. Okay. So one thing that I thought too, and this is interesting because normally I'm watching college or pro football, and you do have two different teams, but you can if you have the same offense and defensive players, they're going to tend in a close game like this, and they're excited. Lakeland being excited to upset an NECC team, a good team. That gives them a little more incentive, maybe a little bit more energy to have that energy going back out on the field as a defender rather than coming off offensive, like a great offensive drive, and to be glad to be rushing back out there and playing football some more, on defense.
I think from a cognitive standpoint, there is an advantage that you don't have time to think about things.
Right. That's true.
You're out in the field, you have a job to do, and you don't have time. You're not going to be over the bench during an offense or defensive series thinking about the outcome of the game or thinking about the mistakes you made or what you got to do. You're just out there playing offense, and then you punt the ball and you come back and you play defense.
Right.
You don't have time to worry about that.
No, you go through the motions.
There could be an advantage to that, where you're not thinking about all those extraneous things that get in the way of making plays.
Right. Or on the sidelines getting yelled at by a coach.
Sometimes that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, that's true. It's a learning experience.
Being out on the field, away from coaches, is not always a bad thing. I see
what you mean, exactly, yeah.
Or away from the fans, away from mom and dad.
Yeah, right. 21-21 is our score at halftime. Lakeland and Angola doing battle here tonight. It's been a good one. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're a couple minutes away from the kickoff for the second half, and Lakeland will be receiving that kickoff to begin the second half. We'll take another break. We'll be back at Lakeland High School in 2 minutes.
Grog Martin Auctioneers and Realty is a full-service auction and real estate company serving northern Indiana and Michigan. We offer our clients years of combined experience, honesty, and trust, which gives you results.
At 1600, I am 15 now, but I'm on the game. 25, 30, now 30, now 30, now 30, now 30, now 30, now 25, 25, 85, 25, 85.
Grog Martin Auctioneers and Realty. We sell the earth and everything on it.
Shine LaGrange. What started here at the LaGrange First Church of God has basically become a community movement, and we've tagged in multiple organizations within LaGrange County with a unified mission to lift up local businesses and to serve this community.
You have a story to tell. It may be your product, it might be your business, or it may be the biggest day of your entire life. have a story to tell, and we want to help you tell that story. Ripcord Media Production.
We're back at Lakeland High School. Jerry Hosteller here with Keith Thompson. Good to have you aboard tonight. What a ball game we have, 21-21 at halftime. Both teams have returned from their locker room as we get set for the second half. And as I mentioned, Lakeland will be receiving the kickoff in this second half. And as a coach, when a tie ball, of course, you know, sometimes you defer to the other team on the flip, but kind of like having the ball first in that second half, right?
Well, I don't like to play offense first.
Oh, you don't?
At the beginning of the game, and I think that's why most you want to have the ball in the second half and go down and score, especially if you're ahead. You know, you have kind of the Bill Belichick thing going on there, where the Lakers scored right at the end of the game. Mm-hmm. Now they got the ball first, or at the end of the half. Now they got the ball first, and they go down and score 2 touchdowns.
Right.
In the last, the closing series and the opening series of the half, and that's a real huge momentum builder. And so we usually defer, because I would rather, you want to get the ball in the second half, but I would rather play defense and get loosened up and get a kind of the feel of the game. Let the kids get sweaty and get in the flow of the game before you're handling the ball and doing all those things.
Sure.
But so we usually deferred for that reason, unless I felt like I had an opportunity to get a cheap score right off the bat, or wanted to make a statement. But we usually deferred, and most coaches do.
So I don't even know who won the toss tonight. So I don't know. Maybe. So we did defer.
Lakeland would have won, so they deferred.
Yeah. Okay. 21-21 is our score. Lakeland getting some last-minute instructions from their head coach, and they'll be breaking out on the field here shortly. Great ball game as the season kind of starts to wind down here a little bit. Next week, the Lakers will travel over to Fairfield. Or no, sorry. They'll be Central Noble. Yeah, they play the Cougars.
I hate to play in Albion.
Well, I tell you, Central Noble's had some pretty decent teams the last few years. But
yeah, that's a place where we just never seem to play well.
Is it a tougher environment to play in?
Oh, I don't know about that. It's just, some places, some teams you play well, some teams you don't. We always played West Noble well.
Mm-hmm.
Central Noble, we for some reason struggled with.
Then we'll be back here 2 weeks from tonight to bring you the West Noble game.
Noble game.
Yeah, should be a good one. Fairfield after that at Fairfield, and then finish this season on the road down at Bluffton.
Yeah, Matt Thacker, a former freshman coach for me, and was on the staff of Rex Bowser. Really has the Fairfield Falcons playing football.
They built a program over there. Of course, back when I was in high school, I don't even think they had a football team. They were getting one, but they've had some decent teams over there too.
Well, he took over a situation that was not a good situation, and went 0 in his first year, which was about 3 years ago, I believe. And then last year, went to the sectional championship. We actually beat them here and we played really, really, really well, and beat them last year. So it's gonna be interesting to see how each team comes out here.
Angola getting set to kick off. It'll be Fiorente kicking off to Lakeland.
I'm not sure which team, Lakeland or Angola, has the largest kicker.
Yeah, you're right. Both of them are pretty good size, aren't they?
They are.
Fumbled by, Marshall?
Dion.
Yeah, and he gets hit.
Dion.
Right at the 20-yard line. So that's where Lakeland will start their first offensive series here in the second half. All tied up at 21 apiece.
So the tempo of how Angola plays here is going to tell you a lot about what happened at halftime.
Right. We'll see what happens here. Lakeland has the ball first. Rabies and Alsaus in the backfield. Low snap, handoff to Rabies, and he gets it down close to the 25-yard line.
He got stuck by the linebacker there, that's for sure.
Yeah, he hit pretty hard.
I can tell you there was one halftime, I don't remember which game it was, but some coach threw a chair in the locker room.
Bobby Knight?
Oh. And it was a rolling chair, and the wheel came off, and we found the wheel 3 years later in a file cabinet drawer.
Snapped it. It's going to be Isaacs on the keeper, and he bowls his way up over the 30-yard line, so pretty decent gain on the play. They'll mark it right on the 30-yard line, so it'll be a gain of about 6 on a play. They'll make it 3rd down and 4 now for the Lakers.
This will be a good spot for a hitch.
Owen Troyer comes near sideline. He split there with Shifley. Wide snap is taken. Handoff goes to Alsaus as he battles his way upfield around the 35-yard line before he's brought down. It's going to be short of first down yardage. It's going to be 4th and short.
Oh, they gave it to him.
Well, got a good spot on that
I thought
play.
that was a very good spot.
Yeah. So it'll be first down.
They must have promised some false donuts.
Well, they haven't moved the... Oh, okay. So there was a premature call there, I think, Coach.
They gotta have a measure.
Yeah, I think so. The ball's marked just shy of the 35-yard line, but I think they're going to call for...
I don't think Coach Thomas agrees.
Now they're going to move it.
Yeah, they're going to move it.
First down. 1st and 10.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen where the white hat motions for a first down, and the other guy's kind of, oh, wait a minute here.
Yeah.
who's in control out there?
That's right. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Lakeland at the 34-yard line in their own territory.
That's a good sign for the Lakers. Get a first down. There's a hitch.
Isaacs throws it to...
they called it a catch?
Troyer. Yeah, they called it a catch. I thought it was low, but he pulled it in right at the 40-yard line. So a gain on the play of around 6 yards on the pass play from Colton Isaacs to Owen Troyer.
Yeah, Colton's got to step into that pass. I think it was probably aiming it.
2nd and 4. Troyer near sideline, Shifley, and is that Marshall split wide right? Maybe Berlew. No, I think it's Marshall. Snap is taken. Handoff this time goes to Alsaus. He's finds some running room over the right side. First down yardage. Still on his feet. He battles his way over the 50 down around the 48-yard line before he's brought down.
They're doing a real good job on that play, getting that outside linebacker blocked, who should be responsible to keep that play inside.
Another first down for Lakeland. Bryce Alsaus is having a great ball game tonight. He's the lone setback this time, right next to his quarterback. Marabi's in motion and it's a keeper. Isaacs, open field. Good open field running by Isaacs. He's finally forced out of bounds inside the 25-yard line all the way down to the 23 before he's pushed out of bounds by the Angola defense. Another great run by Lakeland. I tell you, it's like a totally different team than we saw a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, the tempo which the Lakers are playing is they definitely turned it up a notch here.
It seems like you play better if it's moving, like almost like a track meet type football or pistol offense. You kind of
Well,
keep
the
focused.
linemen, the linemen get in the groove if they're, you're running the ball. And
All South running room over the right side again. This time he's brought down short of the first down marker, but another good gain by Bryce. So he takes it down inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, that offensive line is, he ran 6-7 yards before he even got touched.
And they're going to mark it down at the 16-yard line. It's going to be second down, about 3 yards to go for the Lakers.
He's running to the right behind Jaron Fry and Miggy De La Paz and Brock Marabes.
Owen Troyer split wide left.
It's the same play.
Shifley now in motion is Marabes. Low snap, handoff goes
together
to Alshouse, and he's close to that first down marker. Looks like he's a little shy, about a yard and a half.
I think the Lakers being a little more physical here.
They are. They seem to be. Really, I mean, even Isaacs on that run, he was running over some of the would-be tacklers there.
And Angola at the moment, they're in their heels and they're catching blocks.
Third down, 2 yards to go for Lakeland. Deep in Angola territory. Fake on the handoff, and it's a keeper by Isaacs, and he's brought down short of the first down. So he takes it down to right around the 15-yard line.
This is a big play right here.
Huge fourth down situation for Lakeland now. 6:25 to go in the third quarter of play. Tie ball game, 21-21.
I'm not sure if that was a read by Colton or was it called play.
Isaac has his team down again.
It's going to be Alshouse.
Right side, yep. That's where Alshouse will be running. And still looking, but it looks like the Hornets stopped him short of the first down marker, so it's going to be a turnover as the Hornets defense smelled that out and were able to tackle Alshouse.
Big play for Angola. I lost sight of him. I thought he made it. I lost sight of him.
I did too. I didn't. I thought he had come out of that pile, but he didn't. So Angola takes over at their own 15-yard line.
So now let's see what the Lakers, if Lakers get a stop here.
Handoff goes to
sweep.
Andre Tagliaferri.
They got to wrap him up.
They bring him back down, and forward progress will take him for a gain of probably around 5 yards, maybe 4. It's like a gain of 5, so it'll be second down and 5 for Angola.
Angola might be pushing the tempo here.
It looks like a hurry-up offense. In motion is Tyler Call, and he'll get the pitch. Goes left side, battles his way up to the 30-yard line before he's brought down. That's plenty enough for first down yardage. As Angola is playing hurry-up on the offense here. 30-yard line. Go ahead, Coach.
Good adjustment by Andy Thomas. Backside, that's exactly what I've been talking about, cutback.
And that is Finley Hasselman with a big gain on the play all the way up just shy of the 50-yard line. And we're right back at it again.
Jet sweep up, midline.
Handoff goes to Finley again, and he's going to break it all the way down to the 10, 5, and he's tripped up at the 5-yard line. Finally, good tackle there by Owen Troyer. Yep.
64 lost a shoe.
Good hustle by Owen Troyer, tripping him up at the 5-yard line to save the touchdown. Finley Hasselman with a 46-yard run on the play, taking it down to the Laker 5-yard line. It'll be first and goal to go from there for Angola.
Got to bring in a backup guard. I just run the same play.
Handed off.
And he kept it. He should have given it.
Brought down. Yeah, he's brought down for a loss on the play. It's going to be around the 6-yard line. So, yeah, his brother could have run right in, looks like, on that play.
Sometimes the quarterback wants to run.
Yep.
Doesn't always make the read.
Tucker gets the hand, and he
time
hands
he
it
gave it
off
to
this
him.
time to Finley, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown.
They probably had a little conversation. Give me the ball.
Yeah, really. Even though I'm your little brother, you're going to give it to me. So Finley Hasselman takes it in for the touchdown, and that re-gives Angola the lead at 27-21, pending the outcome of the PAT.
Yeah, changing the tempo was a really, really good coaching move by Andy Thomas and his staff.
Yeah, it made a huge difference there. Really got their offense clicking. Villafuerte is in for the PAT. Kicks in the air, and it splits the upright. So Angola takes the lead 28-21. 4:04 to go in the third quarter. We'll be back with more football from Lakeland High School right after this 1-minute timeout.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
Lakeland Title Company, 208 South Detroit Street in LaGrange is your full-service title and escrow closing agent serving Northeast Indiana. Their staff has a combined 85 years of experience in the title and escrow closing business, and they are TRID, know before you owe, qualified. Lakeland Title is a proud supporter of area high school athletics and is proud to be a sponsor of Lakeland Laker football. For all your title and escrow closing needs, contact Lakeland Title Company at 260-463-5044 or stop by their office on South Detroit Street in LaGrange. Angola getting set to kick off to Lakeland after they converted on the 6-yard run by Andre Hasselman. Huarte gets it in the air, and it's going to be fielded by Marshall.
Deion Marshall.
As he's looking for room on the left side, finds a little bit, jukes around, gets it up to around the 40-yard line before he's finally knocked out of bounds. Good run back by Deion.
Attacked by number 45, Cassius Lacey. What upping that tempo does is that they stopped them on fourth down, so the Lakers hang their heads a little bit, and then they up the tempo. It's just a cognitive shock that
certainly was effective, no doubt about that. Isaacs takes a snap, hands off to Allshouse, and he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Tagliaferri, that time they brought their outside linebacker. They haven't been getting the penetration. They got some penetration in the first half, and that first drive, Lakeland, Allshouse was running 6-7 yards before he got touched. So I bet you're going to see Angola being a little more aggressive on the front.
What do you think here? Sweep or
exactly.
Fake on a handoff, sweep around the right side on the quarterback keeper, and Isaacs has it close to the first down. In fact, it looks like he has first down yardage right at the 50-yard line. Good job by Lakeland. That sweep around the right side. That's not it's not an option, really, is it? I mean, it's
I'm not positive, to be honest with you. I was kind of wondering.
I didn't see any, tailing running back to pitch to there. Looks like they had all the blocking up there, but,
Yeah. It was a good call by O'Shea. They were getting pressure from the outside linebacker, and the safety didn't come up to make the
quick pass, a little hot to handle over the head of Deion Marshall, so it'll fall incomplete to bring up a 2nd down and 10 for Lakeland.
My guess is that Colton dropped his elbow on that.
That was about a 5-yard pass. It would have been about a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, it's just a hitch. It's just like running a trap for 5 yards. But if you drop your elbow, the ball's going to sail.
Yeah.
And you got to keep your elbow above your ear.
2nd down, 10. Lakeland breaks out of the huddle. They'll bring Owen Troyer and Shifley wide near side. Marshall split wide right. Back to pass. And he gets it away, and it looks like it hit the ground before Shifley brought it in, so it'll be incomplete, and they'll bring up 3rd down and 10 now for the Lakers. The big 3rd down situation here. Late in the 3rd quarter, 2 minutes and 39 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Angola's definitely being a lot more aggressive up front, stunting their outside backers, trying to make something happen.
Yeah, their defense has been much better in this second half so far.
Well, been much better in this series.
Right, in this series, yeah.
Yeah, that first series wasn't real good until the 4th down play.
That's true. Isaacs takes a snap, looks
Running
left side. It's going to go long, and Marshall can't catch up with it. Overthrown as it falls incomplete around the 20-yard line. So that'll bring up 4th down, a punting situation for the Lakers as they'll bring Jared Fry out to punt it away to Angola. Still plenty of time. 2 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Angola has taken the lead here in the second half, 28-21. Good battle here at Lakeland High School. Fry will punt it off for Moravies.
Yeah, they're missing a player.
40-yard line. Moravies gets out there late, and this one was all there. Now we got a flag in the air. That was almost blocked. Now it takes an Angola bounce, and it's going to come back out to around the 48.
That was just a whole mess there.
Yeah. We'll see what the penalty's all about.
Well, one of the issues we got is Bryce Allshouse over here. I'm not sure if he has a cramp or...
That could be a real problem.
Or on that quarterback run, I thought the outside backer came in, and I thought he might have went low onto Bryce's block, which is illegal. But some
like
teams get away with that.
Wow, he's cramping up down there, it looks like. But, yeah.
Offensive players aren't allowed to chop defensive players outside the clip zone, while defensive players aren't allowed to do the same thing to blockers. And some teams actually teach the outside backers and so forth to chop fullbacks and guards as they come out and block. And I won't name any names, but officials and I have had a couple conversations about that over the years, but they never seem to get caught for some reason.
Right.
But it's just as dangerous for a defensive player to chop an offensive player as it is for an offensive player to chop a defensive player.
So the penalty was against Angola.
That's a much better result.
Offsetting, okay. So we run back.
Worked
here
out in
by
the Lakers' favor there.
Tyler Call, and he takes it up to around the 32-yard line. Yeah, otherwise that's about a 20-yard difference. They would have had the ball near midfield otherwise. So they got to mark it down on the 26-yard line.
So see what kind of tempo, if Angola keeps that same tempo, or do they go back to how they played in the first half?
Pretty effective, so we'll see. Maybe they'll stick with it.
The linebackers are playing without Allshouse at linebacker, so Marabees replaces him.
Pitch goes to Andre Tagliaferri, and he didn't get much that time.
It's a nice play there.
Maybe a yard. Looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage, and that was about it.
That was
about half a yard.
Number 18. Cole Frost.
Good tackle by the freshman, right?
All I could think of was his sister's name. I knew that wasn't right.
You better not call him that.
Yeah, probably wouldn't make him happy.
Yeah, probably not.
Might make her happy.
Yeah, probably. Now carry goes up to around the 32-yard line. And they're back to the hurry-up offense again. Hasselman takes a snap over his head. Bad snap as he chases it down.
Lakers got the ball,
I believe they did. I think it's Laker football, and if it is, it's on the Angola 15-yard line.
And Angola got the ball.
Okay, so they'll retain possession, but a big loss on a play all the way back to the 14-yard line. Fourth down and long. A first down yardage would be out to the 36-yard line, so it's going to be a punt here from in the end zone. Good snap.
Oh, bad
and
punt.
Off the side of his foot, but it is taking an Angola bounce all the way up, and it'll roll dead around the 45-yard line, but nonetheless, the Lakeland Lakers have an excellent field position to begin this drive.
And All's House is coming back out, so we'll see. But
that's good. Seems to be doing okay. He's coming out a little gingerly, but not too bad. Just cramped up a little bit.
So let's see if the Lakers can take advantage of this great field position here.
Big possession, 28-21, late in the third quarter, 52 seconds to be exact, left in the third quarter of play. Isaacs takes a snap on the keeper. He'll go around the right side. He has some running room there. Takes it up close to the 40-yard line before he's brought down there.
Yeah, Angola safety's got to come up quicker. They have quarterback on that.
Short of the 40, it's marked around the 41-yard line, 2nd and 6.
The adjustment that Angola's made from that first series in the second half is that they're pinching their outside linebackers to help fill that C gap that Lakeland was running, and that's allowing Isaacs to get outside.
Shifley and Marshall split wide left, almost intercepted. A little bit behind, intended for Shifley. So it'll be an incomplete pass. It'll bring up 3rd down and 6 now for the Lakers. Another big 3rd down.
That ball needs to be thrown a beat sooner. It was there.
Good pass. Once again, Isaacs has his team set. Maravi's in motion to the left side, and that's where the run's going to go. Alshouse battling his way up, and he has the first down at the 35-yard line as he's brought down there by a host of Angola Hornets. 3 seconds left in the third quarter.
Defensively, Angola really has no answer for that off-tackle play.
Well, it's been very effective tonight for Lakeland. Time runs out in the third quarter. The Lakers are on the move, trailing by 7, 28-21 to Angola. We'll be back with more from Lakeland High School right after this 1-minute timeout.
Night to Shine is a prom for those with special needs 14 and older, sponsored by the Tim Tebow Foundation and held worldwide on the same night every February. LaGrange First Church of God is honored to be a host church for this amazing event, celebrating 5 years this coming February. We would like to thank the businesses who give so generously every year to make this night possible. We truly could not do it without your support. We also want to thank the hundreds of volunteers who served that evening. Be sure and check out our Facebook page at Night to Shine LaGrange, Indiana on how you can get involved and help be the light.
And we're back at Lakeland High School getting set for fourth quarter action here tonight. While we have a chance, we want to thank all our sponsors for making Lakeland Laker football possible this year on LaGwanamedia.com. Glad we could bring this to you for those that can't make it out to the football game due to just not being able to, or the coronavirus and the limited seating capacity. Good to have you aboard tonight. So Lakeland will line it up 1st and 10 now to 35-yard line in Angola territory.
We have a Espino at tailback.
Fake on a handoff, pass intended off the right side, but a missed route there. Maybe.
I'm not sure.
Marshall was.
He was open.
Yes, he was.
Right down the seam.
But the ball went to the sidelines, and yeah, you're right.
I'm not
Marshall
quite sure.
down the seam.
Quite sure who was in the wrong there, but there was a miscommunication.
Marshall sending in, or rather Coach O'Shea sending in the play with Marshall.
If they would have hit that, that would have been a big deal.
Wow, that would have been huge. 2nd down and 10. Lakers still in good shape here on the Angola 35-yard line. Is that Espino in the back?
It is Espino in the backfield.
Isaac's on the keeper.
Yep.
It manages to evade a couple of would-be tacklers, and then is brought down inside the 35-yard line. They'll mark it down around at 33, so it's going to be 3rd and a long 7 for the Lakers.
Yeah, with Malivon out of the game, and Allshouse working on his cramp over here with the Espino in the backfield, the Lakers are kind of playing left-handed, so Angola can kind of mark off. They're not going to give the ball to the tailback.
Right, yeah. Huge advantage when it gets to that point.
So this is probably 2-down territory.
I would think so. Back to pass again. It's intended over the right side, almost intercepted. It was closest to the defender there, the Angola defender. Falls incomplete. Garrett Sauter on the coverage. So it'll bring up 3rd and 8 now. Or 4th and 8, rather.
4th and 8.
Yeah.
This is the big deal right here.
Allshouse still hasn't come back in, has he?
He's on the ground again.
Yeah. 11:02 to go in the 4th quarter, and Lakeland's going to call timeout, and we'll call one as well. We'll be back with more football from Lakeland High School right after this 1-minute timeout. May Funeral Home in LaGrange serves the surrounding area with dignified and personal funeral services. May provides pre-planning, traditional funeral services, traditional cremation, and simple cremations, as well as monument sales. Call to discuss your needs with knowledgeable funeral director Lowell or Brian May. Licensed funeral directors who will help you honor the cherished memory of your departed loved one. Call 260-463-3131 or visit their website at FurupMayFuneralHome.com.
One of the problems Lakers have been having in these last couple of pass plays is 24 has been coming off the edge, basically untouched. It's bothering Colton. Here he comes again.
Tagliaferri, and he forces him into an interception there. Grab, and that was Casillas Lacey takes it all the way up to the 46-yard line. And as you mentioned, Coach, the pressure there by Giovanni Tagliaferri caused that interception.
Yeah, he's been close the past couple plays, and again, they don't have anyone assigned to him.
So Angola takes over at their own 46-yard line after the interception, and leading the Lakers 28-21.
That's a pass play.
Hasselman pitches it to Andre Tagliaferri. He finds some running room over the left side, first down yardage and more as he gets it down inside the 40 to about the 37, 38-yard line before he's brought down there.
This left tackle needs to fix the stance. It's going to bother me. That's why I thought it was a pass. Of course,
You're going to run out there in a minute.
Yeah, he is 6'4".
High snap. Hasselman back to pass.
Oh, he's right down to see him.
Tagliaferri was wide open in middle of the field. He battles his way all the way down to pay dirt as he crosses the goal line for another touchdown for Angola. Wow, he couldn't have been more wide open on that play.
Yeah, that play has killed us the past couple of years. You get those safeties worried about the outside run or the pitch on the option, and then that guy runs right down the seam. And
yeah,
that's what happens when you get tired and your eyes aren't on your key.
So the kicker is out there for the extra point, and that is Villafuerte. And he converts again. And that gives Angola a 35-21 lead now over Lakeland. So the Lakers will see if they can strike back here when we get back for the Angola
I think maybe
kickoff.
after the game we need to have a donut eating contest between Lakeland's kickers and Angola's kickers.
Yeah, let's see, there'd be about 600 pounds between them. They're big guys.
And I've seen Lakeland's 300-pounders eat, so I know what they can put. They've been to my house and eaten my food. So
wow. Each what are they? What's the old saying? Each out of the house at home.
Each out of the house at home.
Yeah. 35-21 is our score now. Angola with 2 touchdowns here in the second half, so taking a 2-touchdown lead. And their big kicker is teeing it up on the 40-yard line. He'll be kicking off to Dion Marshall.
And Colton Isaacs.
Yeah, Isaacs is back. I haven't seen Berlew in this half.
Berlew was being checked earlier for a concussion, it looked like.
I see. So, yeah.
I'm not seeing him.
I'm not even seeing him on the sidelines right now, no. Kick is off, and it's grabbed by Dion Marshall, looking for running room. Gets it up over the 30, over the 35, down to around the 38-yard line before he's brought down there.
Dion's has a lot of, over the past 5 games, has a lot of nice kickoff returns. He's going to be as he matures and gets bigger and faster and stronger, he's gonna be a player.
He seems to be getting more comfortable with those kickoff returns and you can tell he has more of a feel for where he should be running.
There are some players that have a feel for that. And yeah, we're probably fatigue is probably starting to
set in a
catch
little
up.
bit.
We got a fumble.
And Angola recovers. As Colton Isaacs had it on the keeper and lost it right around the 33-yard line, and that's where Angola will take over. 1st and 10. So, a couple of turnovers here. Kind of turned this game around a little bit. The momentum has definitely shifted to Angola here in the second half.
And Angola's made some plays. I think the Lakers were playing at such a high level, and they've kind of hit the bottom. We got a jet sweep here.
Tagliaferri,
nice job by Shifley.
And a good tackle there, brought out of bounds by the Laker defense. That was Isaacs.
It's a nice job by Shifley turning that in. I'm not sure what happened to the outside linebacker.
So another 1st and 10 for Angola. Hasselman takes a snap, hands off.
Give it to fullback.
To Finley Hasselman, and he takes it down inside the 15-yard line before he's brought down there. And that'll be another 1st down for Angola, or close to it, I guess. Not quite. 2nd down and short. Hasselman in motion. He'll pitch it back to Tagliaferri, moving his way down inside the 10-yard line, right around the 7 before he's knocked out of bounds.
I don't necessarily care for the design of that play, but I guess it works. And Andy didn't ask me, so.
He didn't. Hasselman hands off to his brother, and he gets it up to around the 5-yard line before the younger Hasselman is brought down.
He didn't run real hard there.
It looked like he was kind of trying to pick his way. Now we have a shaken up player on the field for Lakeland.
I'm not sure who that is yet.
We'll take a short 30-second break. We'll be back right after this 30-second timeout.
Never miss a big game by downloading the IHSAA TV app for free on any device. For your iPhone or Apple TV, check the App Store. On your Android or Android TV device, load up the Google Play Store. Have a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick? We have the app for you. Check us out on Facebook Live, Twitter, or YouTube Live by searching for IHSAA TV. Or as always, click to IHSAATV.org for quick and easy access to your favorite IHSAA live and archived events.
Hi, I'm Trent Curtis, Managing Broker at Lakeland Realty in LaGrange. These are just a few of the homes and businesses that I have for sale or have recently sold. If you're thinking of selling, you couldn't have picked a better time. Inventory continues to be low and home prices are at all-time highs. Call me for a free market analysis and I can help you decide if the time is right for you. Should you decide to sell, you can count on me to expertly market your home and guide you through the home selling process. Call or text me at 260-350-4477 or visit my website at trentcurtis.com.
Superior Rigging and Erecting in LaGrange is a proud sponsor of Lakeland High School athletics. Lakeland grads and former Laker athletes Jared Weimer and Scott Harshberger love serving their community and always hold a special place in their hearts for Laker athletics. Superior Rigging and Erecting, located on US 20 in LaGrange. Snap is taken and handed off to Finley Hasselman, and he's brought down right at the line of scrimmage. In fact, I believe he lost some on the play.
The Laker defensive front had a nice push there.
It's an excellent defense that time by the Lakers. Third down.
It's going to run outside to the wide side of the field here.
Hasselman, he'll go
Speed
that
option,
way.
Touchdown.
Pitch back to Finley, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Finley Hasselman, his second touchdown of the evening. And a 3-score lead now for the Angola Hornets.
Usually if a team puts all trips into the short side of the field, it leaves a lot of space for the ball up there in the wide side of the field. That's exactly what Angola did in that play.
And it worked very well. There's plenty of blocking there for Finley Hasselman. Fuerte out there to try the PAT. Ball's down, the kick is up, and good. So 42-21 now is our score after the Angola touchdown and the PAT conversion. 8 minutes, 33 seconds to go in the ball game. Angola has doubled up. Lakeland will be back with more from Lakeland High School right after this 60-second timeout.
Grog Martin Auctioneers and Realty is a full-service auction and real estate company serving northern Indiana and Michigan. We offer our clients years of combined experience, honesty, and trust, which gives you results.
At 1600, I am 15 now, but I'm once again, but it gets 16. Now 25, 30, now 30, now 30, now 30, now 30, now 30, get down 25, 75, 85, 75, 85, 85.
Grog Martin Auctioneers and Realty. We sell the earth and everything on it.
Lakeland High School getting set for Angola to kick the ball off to Lakeland after the touchdown. 42-21 now. Angola has opened up the big lead here in the second half. Fuerte has it teed up, and we're ready to go. Marshall back, along with Isaacs, it looks like. And Isaacs is going to field it right around the 15-yard line, find some running room, cuts up the middle, and he's brought down right at the 27-yard line where the Lakers will start on offense. So without...
let's see who they got. Well, they got a tailback here.
Moretas has been used in the backfield, haven't they? Or
yeah, but he doesn't play tailback.
Yeah.
Well, they did. They have him back there, and they have Evan Clark.
There we go. Evan Clark's in the backfield.
Evan Clark's in the backfield.
Keeper by Isaacs, and he's brought down maybe a half-yard gain on the play, so it'll bring up 2nd and 9 for the Lakers.
Evan got to run the ball in a JV game a couple weeks ago, and he was so excited. He never got to run the ball in a game before.
You have a big gain on the play?
I don't think so, but
yeah.
I don't remember.
At least he got to run, and that's all he cared about, right?
He got to touch the ball.
Yeah, got the handoff. And
so this is probably going to be
pass play.
Either a pass.
Oh, looked like a broken play. Isaacs was looking for the handoff, and no one was home. No, that's going to happen, Coach, when you have.
I don't know how many reps Brock has had at
yeah,
at
exactly.
tailback this week.
Probably you get
probably none.
Guys back there that aren't used to that position, and then throw them into that situation. You're going to have that. Ball marked at the 28-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 9 now for the Lakers. Troyer and Shifley split to the near sidelines. Snap taken. Goes over the left side. Shifley with the reception. He's brought down immediately, and it's going to be well short of the first down.
Nice pitch and catch by those two.
It's going to be 4th and 4, and Lakeland will punt it away as Jared Fry has come out. We'll see if we have any excitement on this punt, attempted punt. 4th and 4.
Yeah, punts are the biggest momentum changer in football.
Good punt this time by Jared Fry.
Oh, muff punt. We didn't get there.
He gets it right back. The friendly bounce came right back into his breadbasket. And Angola will take over around the 27-yard line, 28-yard line. 1st and 10.
Coming into this game, Jaron had been averaging 33 yards a punt. That's the first one he's really gotten a hold of tonight.
He had some carry on that and way up in the air. 1st and 10 for Angola from their own 28-yard line. 6:17 to go in this ball game.
Well, I thought that 3rd quarter flew. The 4th quarter's taking forever.
Yeah, well, the score's a little bit different too, huh?
Yeah.
Hasselman hands it off to Call. He'll go around the right side, finds running room there, and he has first down yardage. Over the 40-yard line. They'll bring him down there.
That was a bad snap on that. You got to have a good snap on a jet out of shotgun. That really messes up the timing.
Bit of good news for Lakeland as Alshouse comes back out onto the field. Lines up at his linebacker position. So we'll probably see him back in the backfield for the Lakers. He wasn't out there last time, right? In that
he
offensive.
Was not, I don't believe. No. Now Angola's running clock.
They're going to run the play clock down as far as they can. Hasselman on the keeper. Finds a little bit of running room over the left side, and he's brought down shy of the 45-yard line.
It's a nice job by Evan Clark squeezing the block and shutting down that hole.
So that'll bring up a 2nd and 6 now for the Hornets.
I say De La Paz is back in the game after being hurt earlier.
That's good, too. Good news for the Lakers. Hasselman letting that play clock run down. In motion is Tagliaferri. And once again, the keeper, Hasselman, finds running room, and he's got it to the 30, 25, 20, 10, 5, and he stumbles into the end zone for a touchdown. The big quarterback managed to break a few would-be tackles and made it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was the play. I thought it was supposed to be a jet sweep, but the snap was off again. So I'm not quite sure if that's the play that was supposed to be, but it seemed to work.
It worked all right, even if it was a broken play. Hasselman was creative enough to get it into the end zone. Fuarte's out for the extra point. Kicks in the air and good again. So Angola has turned this into a runaway now. 49. 49 to 21. I'm making it worse than that. I don't need to do that.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
4 minutes, 42 seconds to go in the ball game. We'll be back with the Angola kickoff right after this 1 minute timeout.
Shine LaGrange. What started here at the LaGrange First Church of God has basically become a community movement, and we've tagged in multiple organizations within LaGrange County with a unified mission to lift up local businesses and to serve this community.
You have a story to tell. It may be your product, it might be your business, or it may be the biggest day of your entire life. You have a story to tell, and we want to help you tell that story. Ripcord Media Production.
And we're ready for the kickoff here. 49 to 21 after that Angola touchdown. Fuarte gets it into the air, fielded by Isaacs. He'll take it up to the 30, over the 30, and he's brought down right around the 35-yard line.
That's starting tailback in there on the tackle again from Hanselman.
Good return by Isaacs.
As the game goes on, you're seeing some Angola snaps that have been high. A lot of times the center, as he gets tired, his stance comes up and his butt comes up, and the ball's going to go at the same angle that your back is.
Ah, that's interesting.
So,
never thought of that, yeah.
So I don't know if that's what's happening, or sometimes centers get a little excited if they got to take a bigger step. And
sure. In motion is Marabies. Handoff goes to Alsaus, who, as we mentioned, was back in the defensive lineup. He takes it all the way up to close to the first down, and I believe he has it, depending on where it gets marked. They're already starting to move this stake. So, yeah, it's a first down. Good run by Alsaus.
That was a nice pull by Marcus Randall on his backside guard, pulled around the center up and found himself a linebacker.
I like the way Alsaus runs. I mean, he's a big
gonna
guy.
Run hard.
Yes, he is.
Probably couldn't outrun my grandma, but he's going to run hard.
Low snap taken by Isaacs, and he finds some running room over the left side. He'll take it down. First down yardage down to the 40-yard line before he's finally brought down there. So what a 15-yard gain there by Isaacs on the run. So the Lakers are back to moving that football down the field now. 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go in this ballgame, unfortunately.
Yeah, we have some younger kids in here for Angola.
Yeah.
Some clean jerseys.
Coach Thomas, yeah, is getting his bench unloaded here a little bit. Isaac takes the snap. He'll hand off to Alsaus again. He's looking for room over the right side. Can't get outside, and he's getting tackled there at the 40-yard line. Ball will be marked right on the 40-yard line. It'll bring up a second down and about 10.
Yeah, deciding when to pull your starters is not the easiest decision to make sometimes.
Yeah, I would think that would be something a coach would have to think about for a while. And Isaac's on the keeper, finds running room. He's down to the 10-yard line, and he's brought down right around the, 5-yard line. Good run again by Isaacs. I think it's at the, mark it at the 11-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10. They could still get it to the 1-yard line for the first down. Owen Troyer back into the ball game. Alshouse coming back to the bench.
I think Espino's in there.
So Espino will be in the backfield taking the place of Alshouse.
Espino and Maribes along with Isaacs.
Isaacs gets the snap, takes it down,
Touchdown.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown. 11-yard run by Colton Isaacs on the quarterback keeper. Takes it into pay dirt, and the Lakeland Lakers have put 6 more points on the board late in this ball game. 2 minutes to go.
That's a good sign for the Lakers, scoring 27 points against a defense that is a very, very, very good defense,
That's right.
according to several of my inside informants I have throughout the conference.
Well, their first 2 games, they averaged 9 points per game. The PAT is going to be wide right. And so the score will remain 49-27 Angola. That's wishful thinking. 49-27 Angola over Lakeland with 2 minutes to go in this ball game. We'll be back with more from Lakeland High School right after this timeout.
The Lighthouse started as a community collaboration to impact families that have a need for childcare within our state. The Lighthouse Center is going to be located in Ashley, Indiana, in a community center building.
2 minutes showing on the Lakeland scoreboard here to go in this football game. 49-27. Angola with the lead over Lakeland. Lakeland just scoring on the 11-yard run by Colton Isaacs. Kickoff by Jared Fry, and it's taken and slipping down right at the 24-yard line. And that's where the Angola Hornets will take possession.
So Lakeland should take a lot of positives from this game. The key will be if they can take those positives into next week with Central Noble team is definitely beatable.
They'll be on the road at Central Noble and back here on October 2nd to face another Noble County team, the West Noble Chargers. Conkle is a new quarterback, number 20, and the handoff goes to another new face in that lineup. To get my roster out here, number 33, and that was Zach Hill. Second down, 14 yards to go on the 4-yard loss. Connor Tonkel is the quarterback. Letting that play clock run down. Now the quarterback barks out the signals. Tonkel takes it, And
Number
they'll hand
13.
it off to 13. That's Isaiah McHugh. And he's brought down for
Got hit
another
by
loss.
Isaacs.
Isaacs runs it in for the touchdown and then makes the tackle on that play. Third and, it's going to be over 20 yards. Third down and what, 20?
Third down a long way.
Third down and long, we'll call it, yeah.
I don't think there's any good play call here.
Inside a minute. In fact, we're all the way down to 35 seconds now to go in this ball game. Play clock down to 5. Tunkel takes a snap. It's a keeper this time on the fake handoff. And no gain on the play, so it'll bring up a 4th down. And Angola just let the clock run out. I don't think anybody's going to call timeout at this point in time.
I've seen crazier things.
Well, yeah, I guess it probably happened at some point in time. So that's going to do it tonight. A well-fought ball game by the Lakeland Lakers, but they just ran into too much Angola Hornet offense and defense in the second half, and Angola took the lead 49-27, and good touchdown there right before this game was over by Lakeland on the run by Colton Isaacs. But final score 49-27, and Coach and I will be back to wrap it up right after this 2-minute timeout.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
The Lighthouse started as a community collaboration to impact families that have a need for childcare within our state. The Lighthouse Center is going to be located in Ashley, Indiana, in a community center building.
Grog Martin Auctioneers and Realty is a full-service auction and real estate company serving northern Indiana and Michigan. We offer our clients years of combined experience, honesty, and trust, which gives you results.
At 1600, I am 15 now, but I'm once again, but it gets 16. Now 30, down 25, 40, now 30, now 30, now 30, now 30, now 60, down 25, 25, 35, 85, 75, 85, 75, 85.
Grog Martin Auctioneers and Realty. We sell the earth and everything on it.
And we're back at Lakeland High School, where the Lakeland Lakers were defeated tonight by a score 49-27 by the Angola Hornets. Good ball game for the most part until the second half, Coach. But Lakeland, there's, I think you even mentioned it. There's a lot of positive things that.
I think there's a lot of positive things you can take from this game. It's a lot. The people read the paper this morning. They're going to say, "Oh yeah, look at the Angola score," but in a lot of ways, this game was closer than the score looks, and the Lakers can take a lot of positives from this. Coach O'Shea can build on those positives, and maybe some things are starting to click now, and they're starting to get some buy-in from the players, and understanding the system that he's installing, and they can go down to Albion next week and come out with a victory.
Yes, that'd be a big road win for the Lakers if they can do that. But impressive that Lakeland put 27 points on the board here tonight against the Angola defense that was only giving up 9 points per game, coming off a shutout of West Noble last week, 41-0, and held DeKalb to 18 points in their first game of the year. So Lakeland, they were making progress.
Yeah,
and with all the injuries, too, you got to take that into
Yeah,
consideration.
they're getting better. And, really without either Bontrager or Malivon today, I don't think the Lakers missed a beat. The next man stepped up, and Allshouse, I don't know how many yards rushing he had, but he had a really nice running game, and Shifley stepped up, and Deion Marshall stepped up and made some nice plays, and Colton made some nice throws. He still needs to be a little more consistent and take care of the ball, but there's a lot of reasons to be optimistic.
I would think so. So as Coach mentioned, Lakeland will be on the road next week at Central Noble, and so we hope you can make it down there to watch the Lakers and cheer them on for next week's contest. We'll be back with our coverage of Lakeland Laker football 2 weeks from tonight, as they will host the West Noble Chargers right here at Laker Field. Glad you could join us tonight. And for Dan Byler, our engineer, Jameis Signs, our camera operator, and Jeremy Anderson is our camera operator tonight. So thank you to him, as well as, of course, our color commentator, Keith Thompson. And this is Jerry Hostetler. Thanks for joining us tonight. And tonight's game was brought to you by the following organizations and businesses: Lakeland Title Company on South Detroit Street in LaGrange. The staff at Lakeland Title has a combined 85 years experience as title and escrow closing agents. By LaGrange Church of God, putting light in dark places. Located on North Detroit Street in LaGrange. By Grog Martin Auctioneers and Realty, they sell earth and everything on it. By Intera Credit Union, their branch in LaGrange is opening soon. Also by Furup May Funeral Home, helping you to honor the cherished memory of your departed loved one. By Lakeland Realty, when you're ready to sell your home, call broker Trent Curtis at 260-350-4477. Also by Ripcord Media Production. They are storytellers, and they want to tell your story. By Coldwell Banker and the Real Estate Group, Noel Frost Broker. Call Noel at 260-585-4112. And our platinum and halftime sponsor is Superior Rigging and Erecting. See owners and former Laker alums, athletes, Scott Harshberger and Jared Weimer for your next building project. They love serving their community and always hold a special place in their hearts for Lakeland athletics. And our individual sponsor is Melissa Bateman. That'll do it for tonight. Once again, our final score: Angola defeats Lakeland by a score of 49-27. Good night, everyone.